Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where nothing's off limits. Free Agent Radio.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Tap in. And good morning to everybody watching Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. We got the team. We got some missing parts of the team because somebody is with his wife trying to act romantic. But Jay Black is not here today. He's sending us photos. I don't know why he's trying to let us know how much fun he's having. I don't know. I don't know if they're really having fun. I don't know if he's trying to make believe. But he has shown us. All right, Jay Black, before I say good morning to the ladies, because this is the first time I've done a show like this. The first thing is that Jay Black has sent us pictures of snacks. He sent us photos of snacks. Yeah. He sent us photos of some other
pedicures.
Stuff. Pedicures. Like I don't like pause.
Feet.
Yeah.
Liquor.
And then the liquor. Yeah. And I was like, because Jay was talking yesterday about, well, maybe we're gonna have another kid, and I was like, come on, like, your wife is older, like it can get dangerous. And then I realized all the liquor that they have in the room, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe, okay, there could be a baby shower coming up, y'all. I don't know. I don't know. Shout to Sky, what up? Do my ladies run this mother sucker? Look at y'all already.
Yeah. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Don.
Kathy, everybody Instagram Live. Stephanie, yo, go Jay Black and wifey. They're over there wilding out, doing whatever they're doing. Kathy, vagina running this morning. See, now y'all want to talk about vaginas. Now y'all want to talk about vaginas.
Good morning.
Is that what we talking about?
Marie.
Ashley, good morning. Everybody, good morning. I am just D. Marie on my IG Live. Morning, sweetie. You can always watch everybody in the IG Live. I'm glad you're here, but you can always watch it on Media Room 360 TV. Download that app and you can catch us. I always show y'all the background right there. We're on there rocking. I think I pressed the wrong button. Hold up. I need to okay, I'll fix that in a second. Okay, so Jay Black is over there running around with his wife, and that's a beautiful thing. So today, it's the ultimate morning show threesome, but it's not something that I tried to make happen.
That's no man ever. That's no man ever.
Yeah.
No, there are times when you try and make that happen. There are times when you actually send invites and text messages and stuff like that. So today, I will be fighting a good fight, but I will lose today because. Number one, let's say good morning to let's say Shawnee Scott. Shawnee, good morning. How's your morning? How's everything going?
Good morning. I am a little sore because
let's talk.
My training. I'm a little sore.
What was going on that got you sore? What?
Yeah.
Let's go.
My trainer, Jahada.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, she's got me, doing this thing. We have a goal. So I got to do 15 pounds, lose 15 pounds by August the 15th, I think.
Damn, for real?
You can do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So working with your trainer, has she changed your diet? Like, has he changed something? And like, you can't eat this, you can't. There's no sugar. There's no. Well, what's the big change?
Oh well, the biggest thing is to stick with the chicken and fish and green vegetables. That's the biggest thing. And then cutting out soda. That's something that's not hard to do because I don't really drink soda like that.
Right.
But that's it. Yeah. She gives a good workout, and you're invited to the workout, Mike.
Yeah, I'm good. Did she tell you to stop all that weed smoking that you do? Did she cut that out? Did she cut them blunts? Did she cut that out?
You're going too far.
Well, I don't smoke weed.
Yeah, I know.
But what I do, I have brownies and edibles.
Oh, you do?
She got to put up her edibles.
Yeah,
she has to put up her edibles.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't smoke weed. I did.
Right.
Like when I had cancer, I did. That was my chemo and radiation.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. Duh. My bad.
Yeah, but I do brownies and edibles when it gets when I need to relax. Like when I had that massage, I had half a brownie and half a bottle of wine just so I could relax.
You had a personal party over there.
Yeah, but
it didn't work.
No, because she was still tense. I don't understand the tenseness. I mean, that's a whole nother story. I don't understand the tenseness. I will say this with the brownies, and this is why I've never even attempted brownies, because I need structure on. If you take a bite, they're like, take half the brownie. You can't take an exact half. Like I need brownies to be cut up in portions where they're like, this is a 1/4 inch. Pause. This is half a. Like when you just randomly take a half a bite of a brownie, you're not really scientifically being like, this is half, because you could take a bigger bite.
Right.
And then next thing you know, you sitting there in your backyard looking at the stars naked. So that's why it always worried me. Shout to Sky, you ladies are really glowing this. Really, my looking kind of pink. Really, that's what we gonna do. That's because my beard ain't back, but it's coming back. You see the shadow. Stephanie, but you eat it, laugh out loud. But weed help you lose weight. It's a no. How does weed help you lose weight when it gives you the munchies? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense.
This strand that's in this brownie that I have, it don't make me eat. It'll make me sleep, but it doesn't make me eat. Now, like what I used to smoke with, boy, I go to Walmart and have all kinds of snacks.
Help some snacks.
And then when I take a nap and wake up, I wake up and be mad because all I got is snacks, not no food.
No, but that's good. Oh, I guess you would be mad because you ain't got no beef products. All right. Wait a second. But the strand that makes you sleep, what strand did you get? Where did you get that from? Where's the strand that you're getting that can actually specifically to make you
get
sleep?
that from the medical marijuana stores.
Yeah, but Shawnee, what strand did you get?
I had to ask my homeboy because I don't know.
Okay, I thought
my homeboy gave me, like when I had cancer, he was like, "Can you come over here? I got something for you." And so,
no, I thought you had an actual a strand that you could be like Adidas, like you'd be like, "Yo, just get this strand." Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, they do,
but I know, like in this brownie,
yeah,
that it does something different. Like some other strands, this is crazy, but you have some strands that'll give you a little bit more energy, and they won't, your brain start going, not in a bad way.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I want the one that make you lay down and relax. The one that make my brain go and go and go. I don't want that because I do that naturally.
Yeah. But see, I want them both. I want the one that puts me to sleep. I want the one that wakes me up. I want the one that gets my brain going. Like I need all the brownies. I need everything. Like I need a midday nap. I need the midday nap brownie. I need the brownie that at 2:00 I go, all right, nap time. All right, okay, all right. Now I don't know if I'm allowed to take that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, Mike. Which is
probably not.
You still on papers? I don't need no situations. Yeah, nah. We gonna leave that alone.
No,
it's not legal in Texas. I don't know. When you up there, is it legal? Is it legal there?
In Jersey and
it's
Philly.
Legal in Jersey and Philly, but since you want papers, it's not legal because federally it's not legal. It's only legal by states.
All right, well, Mo, good morning, Mo.
Good morning. And I'm not a morning person. Y'all keep saying it. Mike,
you're not? You're not?
That's what she tell us. She say that, but I'm
gonna give you a 1,000-word limit and see if you watch. How are you, Mo? How's everything? Oh, now you want to get quiet.
I ain't want to use up all my words. I don't want to use up all my words.
I asked Shawnee too quick.
I am good. It's a good Thursday. I can't complain.
Mm-hmm. Janet Bush said, I eat brownies and it makes me sleepy. That's what the normal thing is. But now that, Mo's telling us that they got brownies and Shawnee's saying they got brownies to make you wake up. They got brownies to make you start thinking more. Like they got brownies probably for ED. They probably got brownies to get you. I just don't like the fact that I want to know how much, like if I know, like, okay, this is a bad thing, but I know what 4 shots of vodka do. 4. I
It's
know.
measurable. It's measurable.
Yes. Now, 4 brownies, if you eat 4 brownies, from what I hear, it could be
Ooh-wee.
you're done for the week.
You're gonna be running up and down the Dallas skyline. Yeah, because you can't turn off.
Yeah,
Like you can't turn off
Yeah.
that type of high. It's like once you're high, you're high. It's not like smoking weed. If you smoke weed, you get high, you come down off your high, somebody mess up your high. You do edibles, it's a different type of thing. You can't turn it off even if you wanted to. It's nothing you could do to take, like nothing you could take to like bring it down, nothing. You just stuck.
There. Yeah.
It's
I've been stuck before, and that's why weed smoking wasn't for me, because I've been stuck and I've leaned up against the wall for like 7 hours.
well,
I've been there,
edibles are not for you.
and I don't like that feeling, especially if you got something to do. Here goes Sky. They got chips, cookies, gummies, oil, gum. They got weed, everything, and I get it. But I need to know what the levels are. Like, where do we go with this? Like, where do we go from here? Don Page. Last year, my wife and I went to Denver. Best trip ever. Okay, well, God bless. You were with somebody safe. That's another thing. You have to be with somebody safe.
Yes.
Like, if you go with your wife or something like that, and you do a brownie, you realize, even if you get paranoid, that person is next to you. Oh, like me and Stacy went to Jamaica for a wedding. And for some reason, as I was walking back to the room in Jamaica, black people get so extra if they're not from Jamaica. They get so extra, and they start smoking weed.
All the Jamaican things.
Yeah, they want to smoke. And I just happened to be walking back to the elevator, and one of the people were like, called me over, and this is a true story. Waterfall. They got the little waterfall where you sit under it where the water doesn't hit you. So I went in there and I inhaled. And by the time I got to the elevator to actually hit my number, the numbers were like glowing and they were coming out. And I said, this is bad. This is bad. And then when I got to the room, Stacy was like, I want to go eat. But I got so paranoid, I wouldn't let her leave the room. And I was like, no, you can't leave. And then I kept reaching my foot. And I was like, if you leave, bye. Have a good day. There's Stacy walking. Love you. Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you,
Janelle. Love you, Stacy.
Love you, Stacy.
They all love you. Yes, she said hi. All right. So I kept reaching my foot out in paranoia. Like, I was so paranoid, I kept reaching my foot to see if she was still in the bed. But literally, I wouldn't turn around to see it because that's how paranoid I was. And that's why I just
had something exotic. You had something, yeah.
I found out.
You had that, Reggie. You had something.
I found out
something.
I found out everybody who smoked that night did the same thing. Go back to the last one, the last comment. Sexy mode, drinking milk helps you come down from high. That's what they say. I tried the drinking milk.
Maybe
and it hurts your stomach.
The potassium that's in milk. I'm gonna have to look that up.
To mess up off weed a few times. All right. Well, I really think one day, and I said this a few days ago, we should all get together like a year from now when I'm off papers, and we should all sit in a room, and we should have a camera, a videotape. We should go live. No, we should go live.
Oh my God.
And we should pass a blunt to everybody. Well, everybody. Well, all right. Well, okay. COVID.
Let's all have to get your own, Mikey. It's COVID. Ain't nobody sharing.
Right, well, let's have some weed. Them little weed pipes. Them little weed. Everybody have their little vapes that has weed in it. Found Crystal Light, THC in Denver. Crystal
Light. Wow.
Not too much. Don Page. Yeah. That's but I think we should all sit there with our little vapes. Everybody got weed in it. And then we should have topics. We'd have 7 topics that we have to talk about. I promise you we'd go viral.
Somebody would have to be the mediator because we wouldn't be able to stay on topic.
Well, have action. Have action. Go viral. Have action be the mediator. And we just sit there and everybody gets their little vapes. Sky. Yeah, Mike, one time I actually overdosed. Well, how you overdose is still alive, but I guess you can overdose on some damn chocolate cupcakes. Man, I called my kids and why would you call the kids and tell them where all the money and insurance policies? We just in case I didn't make it. Woo. Come on, that's a lot.
that's when you say I'm never ever doing this again.
Yeah.
Like there's a
Yeah.
limit. There's a limit to this.
I mean, to be real, like I gotta be real. That does sound like fun, dangerous fun. But because you're not gonna die. You're not gonna get out. You're not gonna have a heart attack.
Let me tell
over
you something. The first time that I did an edible, I didn't go to sleep. I thought I was going to die. I felt like if I closed my eyes, I wasn't going to wake back up. I felt crazy. Because I was hungry. And so the person who gave it to me didn't say, hey, only eat like, a small bit of this.
A corner of it. Yeah.
Yeah. She was like, oh, you want? I was like, girl, I'm hungry. Yeah. Ate the whole thing. And I swear I was paranoid the whole time. I would not go to sleep. The cat kept running back and forth. I kept looking at the cat. It was crazy. It was crazy. And so I was like, yeah, no, this ain't for me.
But that's because y'all don't be in your head the way I'm in my head. I know how to control. I know how to be really tore down and play the mind games because you really got to talk to yourself. Like if you don't talk to yourself on a normal basis, you really have to. Like I can be in, like the drunken stupors that I've been in almost bring like hallucinations, and I have to work with my mind and go like, okay, Mike, we're in a bad place right now. So you just have to refocus. Like, don't believe what your brain is telling you to believe. And I hear that all the time from people who do edibles. You can't believe what your mind is saying. You have to dictate what your mind needs to know and go like, listen, this is crazy. I'm seeing cartoon characters and the walls are closing, but they're not. They're not. In real life, they're not. They're not.
See, I never had that experience with it. It either makes me relax or I'll laugh a lot. Like I'll be real. You'll be wondering, why is she laughing so much?
Laughing is the best. Laughing is the best.
I can take laughing. I just can't take the cat going back and forth and me feeling paranoid like that.
Yeah, because that's when you have to tell your brain it's not. Now, if you're a guy, if the cat is going back and forth, grab it. But if you're Mo at that point, you understand it's just a cat. You have to tell yourself it's just a cat. There's nothing this cat can do. You have to tell when your heart is beating faster. Now that's different.
Yeah, was your heart beating fast?
It was beating fast. I thought if I closed my eyes, I wasn't going to wake back up. I sat there. I mean, literally all night I sat up. It was the worst feeling in the world. I couldn't turn it off. I felt like my heart was going to stop beating everything. I was like, yeah. And it was just a small piece of edible. It wasn't like big. But yeah, she didn't tell me all of that.
But see, this is the mind game. Your heart's not beating fast. Your brain is telling you your heart is beating fast. Edibles ain't it ain't cocaine. Like when you do it, if you do some cocaine, but you have to tell yourself, you got to be like, my heart is fine. And your heart will be like, boom, 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 boom. In your brain, your heart's going, boom, 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 boom. But in actuality, your heart goes, boom, 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 every day. So is your brain just tricking you? You got to be like, all right, slow down, slow down, slow down, and relax. Take a deep breath. I don't know why you just didn't have sex that night. I don't understand why somebody gave you an edible. Like,
good morning, action.
Why would you wait? Good morning, action. I don't know why you wasted all that. Like, just
I was single in the city. I was single in the city. That wasn't the situation. We was just, kick back. She's like, girl, you want what? Sure. I'm hungry. And from there on, I was like, never, ever, ever, ever. I was like this.
Here go Don trying to scare everybody. THC poison ain't to played with.
Good morning, Kobe Vision.
Jesus, Kobe Vision in the building. But I mean, hey, I think we should have one function. I need a year. I think I need a year in. I think it's a year and 2 months, and then we can have our party. Queen Born, and then we can all get together, and then we can have the edible party. Sky Live, girl. Here we go. I know there's two girls on the show when the comment starts like this, girl. I ate 6 of the moistest chocolate cupcake edibles when I only supposed to eat 1. First of all, eat 1. If you ate 6, you deserve whatever you get. And your heart wasn't, I'm sure you were okay. Janet said, my cousin always talking about the cat now.
I'm telling you.
And I know that, what? he means thank you, Sexy Mo.
It's a cat that was running.
But what strand was that y'all had?
Yeah, what is the cat?
I don't want that.
I don't know. I mean, I have had something since then that was like perfect, and it's because I know who made it. I swear that it had to be some type of hallucinogenic properties in that doggone edible that she gave me. Because yeah, that cat, I'll never forget the cat running back and forth. I'll never forget the cat.
Hold up. Kobe Visitor said, eat only a slice of a piece. Action said Mo turned into Rain Man.
Listen.
And Don Page, I was stuck in the bathroom for 3 hours with the room spinning. Now the room's spinning.
That's funny.
I was. Now listen.
That's funny.
The day I got stuck, I was really stuck up against the wall, and my thighs were burning because I guess however I was standing, I guess I had my legs bending, and I was stuck.
Oh.
I don't ever want to be stuck again. Like that whole being stuck situation. But that's when you're not used to something and whatever. Like I'm trying to sound like Shawnee now. The strand. What strand were you smoking? And when I was young, I think I was like 16 or 17-year-old. There was it was called a mist tab. I don't know if you guys have ever had it, but it's almost like a laughing gas. And you take this mist tab, and it's the only time that you will laugh so hard that you get really mad that you can't stop laughing. And I remember taking it. My cousins were like 3 years older than me, and we took a mist tab, and we all laid in front of a wall and put our legs up. He said, just take the mist tab. Mind you, if they were 15, then I was 11. And we laughed to the point where you were so mad that you kept laughing, like you couldn't stop. Like my stomach was really in pain, but it was called the mist tab. I probably should have died. Sky, so Mike, what you gonna do when me and Mo trip out on the weed party? What you gonna do with us? Nothing. I'm gonna watch y'all. What type of temptation was that? I ain't doing nothing. I might walk out the room. We'll play spades.
Yeah, so yeah. Well, I don't know how to play spades.
What is going on with this team that we have?
Listen, first of all, I went to an HBCU, and I'm probably an anomaly because HBCU and not knowing how to play spades don't go hand in hand. I know this. I get it all the time, but I do not know how to play spades.
Wow.
Why did you?
They ain't from the South. That's all.
But it's not an anomaly.
I just don't know how to play spades.
Jay Black don't know how to play spades either.
Yeah, he from Philly too. Kobe said, I had a brownie at May weekend and didn't know it. It hit me driving from Cheney to Delaware, and I had to stop at Ivy's.
Oh,
what's
yeah?
Ivy's?
Why would you drive and take an edible?
I mean, I drove after I smoked weed. I drove with an edible too because and I was so upset because I took it and I was like, okay, I'm gonna relax. I was actually trying to do a show with Aggie, now, and I was silly on the show. But then I got a call and it was like an emergency, and I'm like, I got to drive. I hope I don't get stopped because if I get stopped,
wait. Mm-hmm. They want you to deal with emergency, and you had just ate an edible.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's when I gotta tap out and be like, y'all gotta work this out on your own.
Yeah, I had to, I had to focus because when I was fine driving there, but when I had to drive back home, that's when the road started. Fortunately, I know, the route and where I'm going, but I was probably going 20 on 35.
Yo, that's the worst. That's the worst when you're yo, this is funny. We got to get to some topics and get to something, but I will say this. The worst thing ever is when you get an emergency and you're having a good time. So one of the biggest emergencies I ever had to deal with was I'm hosting a club called Transit. I'm going to teach y'all, sis, at Mike's. Hey, Sky, you were really amped. We were just making believe on this weed party. You have really already prepared the weed party. You already have a date. We don't even know what I'm still on papers. So the worst thing is when somebody hits you with an emergency and you're having a good time and you planned the whole thing. I think it was a Friday night, and we are in Mo might have been there. We're at Transit. Jay Black's at Transit. Shout out to DJ Touchstone. The club is packed, and my phone is lighting up. And I'm like, why is my phone lighting up? why's my phone lighting up? And I look at the phone. I'm like, I'm not answering this phone. We're having a good time. Bring another round. Then all of a sudden, this is what happens, and this is what Shawnee was in when she had to drive in that emergency. Amani, my oldest, had an asthma attack, but she wasn't living with me. And they're like, we're in the emergency room. You need to come now. Mind you, I got the double shot in my hand, like I'm on 7.
Double shot of tequila.
Bow.
Chill tequila.
Ain't nothing better than driving to the emergency room and trying to talk to the doctors and all you got is 30 minutes to try and get yourself together. And you got all the breath mints, I had scope breath mints. I'm spraying cologne and
you was thinking.
I was thinking
like a cheap whore.
Like
it just came from the whole house.
And the funny thing is, it's not funny, but then you get there and then you're trying to be serious. Now you are trying to get yourself together. Alcohol does not let you get yourself together. Like alcohol is just not. You're just where you're at. And then Sky said, whoa, we got these. Wait, y'all. I need 2 all access RS VPs for Mike. He finally free weed 2023. Okay, 2022. I think 2022.
Yeah, no, you off papers 2022.
I think that Axe and Jay and Mo should be partners. That would be if Jay and Mo were partners, that would be hilarious.
They would probably win and didn't even know they were winning.
No, they wouldn't even know how to keep score. So I went to the doctors, and then now they're giving Monty shots for her asthma, and that's when I realized. And this is the funny thing: when you're in the middle, you don't know if you're right or wrong because you've been drinking or you've been smoking. So you don't know if you're right or wrong. All I know is the nurse tried to get Monty's vein, and she missed the vein the first time. God. And I was like, okay, she got one more time. But I'm thinking to myself, am I really in the right shape to really check somebody right now? And she missed the vein the second time. I said, you don't know what you're doing. Now I know I smell like everything. But I did stop her, and I was right. And I was like, yo, you got to get somebody else. She's like, I'm the head nurse. I said, well, obviously not, because I see the vein. I know the veins. The vein.
Yeah, a lot of times they have to bring the phlebotomist in to actually get
whatever that word was. That's what they had to get.
The phlebotomist.
The phlebotomist. I say, go get the phlebotomist. Exactly what I didn't say. Kathy said, pull Mo's black card for not knowing how. Listen, Jay don't know how to play spades. Mo don't know how to play spades. I don't know how you went to HBCU.
I know. Shout out to Cheney University, but I just did not learn how to play spades at Cheney. It's bad. I get dogged for it all the time. They had spade tournaments. Like, it was a big thing, but I just
y'all didn't play spades in y'all house, like the family. You didn't learn that when you was a kid.
Oh no. Well, first of all, I had young parents. My mom and dad had me at 14, 15 years old. So that wasn't a thing.
Whoa.
They didn't know how to play.
Whoa, wait. They were playing blocks. Wait a second. Wait a second.
Yeah.
What?
Your mom was 14?
Yeah, the first time her and my dad got together, they made me.
When you were born, your parents were how old?
My mom was 14 going on 15.
Oh, you've never told us that story.
I did. You
I
always say your mom looks mad young. Your mom looks like she could be your sister. Yes.
Whoa. When did you tell Shawnee this story when you were in Texas?
No, I knew before. Yeah, we be talking. Y'all don't know
talking.
That. So this wasn't on the air. It wasn't.
No.
Wait a second.
But you've known me for how long, Mike? You've known me for over 15 years.
I've known you for like 11 years.
Longer than that.
Stop. I've known you for like 10 years. Stop. Listen. Wait a second.
No, it had to be longer than 10 because you've been here 8.
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
No, I'm trying to keep my age the way I want my age.
Okay.
I want my age at a certain age. Wait a second. So they were 14 and 15 when they had you.
Mm-hmm. Got married at 18. Yeah.
Wow.
And been married for over. I don't want to date myself, but yeah, they've been married for a long time. Yeah.
So your mom's only 14 years older than you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I did not.
She's so super.
Yo, can somebody
mature and
call
old,
Jay Black?
bro.
Because maybe Jay Black needs to tell me if he knew this also. I
He
mean, no,
did. I
no,
am
you're
very.
not.
We've talked about this before.
Wow.
Yes.
Mike is
My
amazed.
parents were super
Yeah.
super mature. Raised me. Got married at 18. My dad was in the military, and yeah, they've been together ever since. I often tease her though. I'm like, how he was the one? Like if he was like the only one. And yeah.
Mike, what's wrong? Mike is
No,
quiet.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to comprehend this because because if they were 14.
Yes.
My oldest is 17 right now, so I'm trying to. I'm calculating I'm like, wow, that is like y'all were really
Yeah.
like y'all definitely. So when I said your mom looked mad young, you should have been like, well,
She is.
I'm like, yo, you got amazing genes. No, we don't. No.
Why we do have good genes. I showed you a picture of my 90-year-old great aunt who just
Wait a
celebrated her
second.
90th birthday.
So when your sister was born, how old was your
My mom.
no, your sister is how many years younger than you?
Which one? The middle?
I don't know.
Tammy is 4 years younger
Jesus,
than me.
I didn't even know you had multiple sisters. Like
Because you only met Jasmine.
no.
Shout out to Tammy. Tammy's in the military.
No, I'm done.
She's
Let's
in
end
Germany.
the show. Let's end the show now. I didn't even know you had.
Mike was today years old when he found out that I had an additional sister. Yes.
Yeah, her
You have a
father was
sister?
15. He was 15. Mom was 14. Dad was
Wait.
15.
Yes.
Wait, how many sisters do you, okay.
I have
Ladies and gentlemen, we will get to these subjects that I have written down in a second. Do you have a brother?
Not a biological one.
What are you talking about? Not a biological one.
I don't know. I'm saying I don't have any biological brothers. I have 2 biological sisters. Like let's break this down. 2 biological sisters. My parents only have 3 children altogether.
Biological sisters.
Although my dad always jokes and says, you might have a brother out there somewhere, and I'd be like, my mom gonna kill you. You better shut up.
Yeah, just don't have sex with him. Shawnee.
There's Jay Black. Yep, Mike, you're the only one who didn't know.
Jesus, I didn't know this.
See,
or maybe I forgot.
I think you probably forgot.
You did.
I would not have forgotten 14 and 15. That is.
Kobe Vision says all of them are beautiful. All the sisters are beautiful.
Okay,
you,
Kobe.
Kobe.
We get it, Kobe. We get it. I get it. Nobody said they weren't beautiful. Nobody said they weren't amazing. I can't stand when y'all get they're all beautiful. We get it. We get it.
That it was probably during like the drunken stupor era. So you probably just don't remember that. But yeah. Absolutely.
All right, Sky said, no, Mo, don't tell Mike nothing. He's messy, sis. Oh, Sky, kiss my ass. He is a bona fide. I'm trying to figure out.
You're a bona fide shit starter.
Because Mo was sitting there like when I saw her mom, I was like, wow, she looks super young. Like she's amazing. And Mo did not say at that moment. Like she probably told me before when we were at the bar, but she ain't told me at that moment, like, well, you do know she had. Okay. All right, so your sister's how many years younger than you?
So my middle sister is 4 years younger than me, Tammy. She's a
so your mom was 18. Same. Your mom was 18.
18 going on 19. Yep, 18.
Wow.
And she had my sister, but she was married when she had my sister.
All right, so Shawnee, how many sisters and brothers you got, so I can know off the door, so I can just know. And when did these kids? When did it happen?
I have one half brother who lives in Pottstown,
Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
What is going? How do you have a brother in Pennsylvania?
Because my dad moved up there, he was with his mom, and she's from Pottstown. She's a beautiful woman. That's my stepmom,
right?
Even though they weren't married, but like she knows my kids. I go visit them.
Oh, look at this. Look at Stephanie now. My sister was 14 and father was 14. Their son is now 15. She has 4 boys now, 6, 10, 13. Now everybody wants to compete. Okay, my mom was 12 when she had me, bitches. Okay, my mom was 12 since y'all want to compete.
But it was, that was a different era, a different time. I still don't know how my parents did it.
You don't know how they did it? Well, he
I'm
got
saying
on,
I know
stayed
how they
no, he
together.
got on
did
top.
it.
No, he got on
I
Yeah.
know
top.
how they did it, but
It
I
was
don't know
stayed
how
probably
they.
together,
fast.
yeah.
It was probably
Yeah,
fast.
I don't know how they, basically managed to move away from like their support system at such a young age and just really be
Oh.
successful.
No, that is amazing that they were selling
Yeah.
Girl Scout cookies and they actually they
Mike, my mom gonna beat the hell out of you.
no, but it is amazing that they were actually able to go out there and make wait.
Yeah.
When you were born, you're telling
Mhm.
me they moved out and they went on their own?
Yeah, so I was born in Jersey, in North Jersey.
And they moved out the house? They moved out
And
their
they moved to Arkansas. I grew up in that's how I ended up growing up in
no.
Arkansas. Yes.
I need somebody to get a square. I don't believe you.
Yes.
I
I
don't believe
swear.
that. I don't believe that shit at all. No, I need a square. Somebody
I
get a square.
swear.
Right.
Action. Do you believe this action? Like a 14 and 15-year-old just went on the road.
They didn't not at 14. They 18 years old, of course, my dad went into the military, like most young men did. And they moved.
I'm
He
gonna
got
find out
stationed in Arkansas and they moved and they never left.
your
They stayed
dad
in
fought.
Arkansas my whole entire life.
Your dad fought in the war when he was like 16. Like watch when we find out this dude had a rifle. So then the military moved y'all out to Arkansas, and that's when you became
Yes.
So technically, you really ain't a down south chick. You was really an East Coast chick.
I was raised down south, Mike. I spent my summers in North Jersey. Shout out to Elizabeth Roselle Linden. Yeah, but I am definitely a Southern girl.
No, you're not. You don't even sound
I
it.
am.
Shawnee sounded. You don't even sound it.
He
You don't even sound it.
Listen, sit me in
Heifer, you ain't even
Texas.
said y'all. The whole time I've known you, you've never said y'all.
When I was in Dallas, what we talk about? I said I'm finna go on the mall.
Yeah.
I'm finna go on the mall. It only takes me.
You ain't even say it right.
2
I
weeks.
heard it. You ain't even say it right. You ain't
2
even say it the way they
weeks.
say it.
If I'm in the 501 for 2 weeks,
You gotta be kidding.
the accent comes back out. It's crazy.
So Sky says, so Mike, question. What's the question, Sky? Go ahead. Quick. What's the damn question? Because Mo is not from the South. Mo's an East Coast chick. She said fitting. You ain't even
No, finna. No, where you going? I'm finna go on the mall. Fixing to. They say fitna. I'm finna go on the mall.
You was in
Arkansas.
Texas the whole time. You ain't even say already. So stop.
Listen.
No.
Already.
You ain't even say already. You ain't even say already. Sky said, how was you when you got your first place?
How old were you when you got your first piece?
When my
And
first
from who?
piece and from who? Oh, my first piece was from. This is the funny thing because y'all gonna think I'm making this up. It was from this My girls is all awake too. Y'all got me answering this in the house. She was she was Caucasian and she was in one of those what do you call it when your parents leave you in a orphanage?
Daycare?
No, it was an orphan. They didn't have their parents. They were living they were foster kids.
Foster
Oh,
kids?
she was a ward of the state.
Okay.
I don't know what it was, but all I know is, and it kind of technically really wasn't the first one because you thought you were doing something, but you didn't know what you were doing. But I was like 11.
You was humping a leg.
I don't know what I was doing.
How you was at the foster home? What
At
happened?
11?
No. The fact of the matter is we were living in the suburbs, but it was a house that had foster kids that nobody knew. Like nobody knew they were foster kids. We would play outside, we would go to the park, everybody would play. We played football, basketball, and all that other stuff. And we didn't know that those two happened to be, it was a foster home that was going on. Nobody knew. I didn't know that till later, till after the subsequent alleged activity happened, which really wasn't. It really wasn't. But that technically was the first time I'd ever gone that far with somebody. But the funny thing is, after that, I saw her again. Like I guess I was 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Like 4 years later, I saw her in high school, and she acted like she ain't know me. So I must have been disappointing again. Like I must have. Like
I mean, at 11 years old, how good did she expect your performance to be?
I don't know, but I even said hi. I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And she really looked me dead in my face and kept it moving. Her name, and once again, y'all gonna think
Oh
lying.
my God. You
Her
gonna
name
say
was
her name?
Yeah.
no, because y'all not gonna believe this was her name. Her name was Prim. What? I've never met another Prim in my life. Prim.
I mean, is she Indians? I've met
No.
Indians whose
She was
name was Prim.
definitely
She was white.
she was white. She was for real white. Now I sound like a white person talking about black people. No, she was
No, she was
black.
white.
No, she was
white.
white. Yeah, she was white.
Okay.
And she had a brother named Michael, and we played football and basketball, but it was Prim. That was and it was like 11 years old.
So did she come on to you or did you come on to her? How did it happen?
I think it was one of those grab your hand. She grabbed my hand, and then
Oh, she was a fast little girl.
Oh, she was a fast girl.
No, I wasn't gonna say she was fast. I hate to say that. She wasn't. She wasn't.
Yeah, she was. She grabbed your hand, and she was 11. She
At
was
11.
11 too. I got two little girls, and
At
them
11,
little girls are.
Shawnee will break her little girl hands if something like that happened. You did what?
But you do know, like I can argue all day long about girls being more mature, but you guys are, because your bodies go through things differently.
Yeah, but little boys are more like little boys are like kids. They the boys are with the boys. They talking to the boys. They hanging with the boys. They really ain't thinking about no little girls. But little girls think about little boys all the time. I got two girls.
I was thinking about little girls at that time, but I was scared. I was scared because I was like, "What are we doing here?" Like, she grabbed the hand. But now my best friend at the time, he was older than me, so he kept saying, "Just go." Peer pressure is hard. Because really, I wanted to stay outside and keep playing. And
that's what I'm saying. Little boys. Little boys want to be little boys. Little girls.
Right. No, you're right, Shawnee. You're right. Because I really wanted to stay outside. I wanted to keep playing. Because they was playing football. I knew it was going to lead into a long game. And then he was like, "No, she grab your hand. Just go with her." And we went into somebody's house. And to this day, I can't tell you whose house that was. We went, back in the day, our parents let us roam the streets so crazy.
I had to be in by the street lights came on. Like if I wasn't in by the time the street lights came on, it bet not have caught my ass because that was it.
But I was 11 and I could literally stay outside and run all around until like around 5 o'clock for dinner. Then I can go back out. Then the street light would come on. The street light rule came on. Then I had to come back in. But think about this. I'm 11 and I'm running around all day. Like my mom went to work. My dad went to work. And I was in the streets. And I'm sitting there going like, I would never let my kids just run up and down these streets wherever I'm going across streets. I'm in people's houses. And I met Prim. Her name was Prim. That is a crazy. Oh God.
Was she cute?
I guess. Like honestly, I just knew she was white. Like, but
been messing around with that fast tail white girl down the street.
And I swear, I think she's kind of realized that she had messed with somebody who wasn't white, because now I think about it, when we saw each other in high school, she played me. I was like, hot. Mind you, she still wasn't popping. Like I was kind of popular in high school. She wasn't popping at all. Like I said hi because she was not even all right. I was like, "Hey," and I remember she had a book bag on her right shoulder, and she was coming down the hallway, and it was A Hall, and I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And she looked at me and kept it moving, almost like she was like, "I can't believe I was inappropriate with somebody who wasn't white." True story. Scott said, "Well, she was in a foster home." That's so harsh. She ain't no telling what she had been through for real. Like, I don't know what she had been through. Like, I really don't. Like, I'm mad that I even told this story. And I know my mom is watching right now in Media Room 360.
Your mom is clutching her pearls right now.
Yeah. Yes. David Burns. Yes, I will. Man, y'all kill me. I will used to come in at 7 o'clock every day on a school week. My dad actually was like, I had to come home for dinner. I could go back out. But during the summertime, the rule was I just had to be home by 9 o'clock at night.
Oh, damn.
I never had a curfew.
I had a curfew and a bedtime. My dad was in the military. My dad ain't play, but my summers were free because summertime I would go up to Jersey, spend it with my grandmother, and
wait. You would go where?
Crazy.
You would go where?
I would stay in Jersey. I would stay in North Jersey
That's
for my
why
summers.
you ain't a Southern girl. You're an East Coast chick. Stop playing. Shawnee, you ain't never. Wait, Shawnee, you ain't never had no curfew?
I didn't have a curfew. I didn't have a bedtime. I always went to bed and I always came home. So it was my mom never
Wait a second. You never had a bedtime?
I mean, I guess when I was little, but by the time I got to 6th grade, my mom.
She said little. What's the time I got to 6th grade?
By the time I got to 6th grade,
it was up to you what time you went to sleep?
Yeah, but I always went to bed. So she never had to say, hey, you need to go to bed.
I had a bedtime all the way up until like 9th grade.
I didn't have bedtime. I didn't have a curfew.
I had a curfew. I had a cutoff time when nobody bet not call here. You bet not pick up my phone.
Wait, Shawnee.
Nobody.
Shawnee, in the 7th grade, you can come home when you wanted to?
Well, I didn't. I never did that.
But you could.
But she never said, okay, you got to be in the house at such and such time.
Oh, my dad was a tyrant. 9 o'clock. I literally would be riding my bike so fast at 8:57 and literally get home. And my mom would be like, as long as I hear that garage open up by 8:58, I know you're good.
Well, I wanted to get home because we had Greg Street then. And he came on at 6 o'clock. And I wanted to hear it's 6 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock, it's time for Street to Rock. So I ride the bus home from school, play with my friends. About 5:30, I'm in the house because I wanted to hear. I'd have my radio right there, waiting on that to come on, just to hear that. And
that's so funny. I didn't know how much older I am than you, because I was Greg Street in Philly. God, wow!
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ashley Monique Harper.
We had Greg Street. Yeah.
Wow.
Love Greg Street.
Wow. So you beat the odds, Shawnee, because technically you really could have been you could have really been out here in them streets. Like, you're responsible.
Wow.
No, you could have been a heroin addict. You could have been somewhere lost in Mexico on sex trafficking. Like, it could have been anything. And Shawnee is really responsible. She had no bedtime.
I didn't have no prom. I didn't have a curfew. She just said, go have fun. I was back home at midnight.
What? How old were you when you were back home by midnight?
I was 16 my senior year. Yeah, I was 16.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not like 16. Well, wow. 16 senior year. Yeah, that makes sense. You had to be home by 12. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. But you could have stayed out later.
Yeah, she had to make me go to prom. I didn't want to go. Like, I didn't like the dances and stuff. I really didn't want to do that. I was like, I'm in school with them people all day. Well, I want to get dressed up and go hang out with them some more. And then I had a date for my prom. And then one of my other friends who didn't have a date, his mom called my mom. So she made me go to prom with him too. And like with that one, I think I got home probably at 11 because I was like, look, we here. We done took the picture. Let's go. Take me home.
Yeah, prom. I mean, wow. So you had prom. Mo, who'd you go to prom with?
I went to my senior prom by myself because I didn't want to give it up.
Wait, you went to senior prom by yourself because you didn't want to give it up? Like, are you obligated to give it up if you go on senior prom?
No, but you know, you're not.
I didn't have them issues either.
That's all everybody was talking about, and so I went to senior prom by myself.
See, I went to my senior prom with my best friend. Was a guy.
Was he gay? Was he gay?
No, people thought we were boyfriend and girlfriend.
Are you sure he wasn't gay? Is he gay today? Have you reached out to him?
No, he's not gay. No, he's married. He has.
Did you check his MySpace?
He's not gay. He's not gay.
Is he a choreographer?
No, he works in education. But
does he make clothes? Does he make clothes?
No, he doesn't make clothes.
He doesn't make clothes. I'm asking.
No, he.
So you went with your best friend to prom, and then what was the after party? Because Mo went by herself. You didn't even go with a girlfriend?
Well, it was me and Alfonso. We were a date. And then our friend Cassius and I can't remember the girl he went with, but
Did
that was his
Alfonso, was
girlfriend.
he a gardener? Did he garden? Did he?
No, he was a drum major in the band.
What in the stereotypical?
Yeah, no. And then my best
Did he
friend,
lead the
Dwayla.
choir in the church? Did he lead the choir?
No.
No, he didn't. Okay, I'm asking.
No.
I'm just asking.
Terrible.
No. So it was 3 of us as a that went together.
Okay, you, Alfonso, and who else?
Me, Alfonso, Cassius, his girlfriend, and Dwayla and her boyfriend. So we were that was the crew. Me, Dwayla, Alfonso, Cassius. We were the 4 Musketeers.
Okay.
So
First of all, it was the 3 Musketeers, but okay, y'all go ahead with them 4 Musketeers.
Yeah, we 4. We went to Tony Roma's in Deep Ellum. I mean, in the West End for dinner first. We went there I think at 5, 6, something like that. Then we went over to the Anatole for prom. And
that's not bad. The Anatole is nice.
Took our pictures, and hey, Alfonso dropped me back off at home. I was at home by midnight.
Now, did Alfonso actually make your dress?
No, he did not.
What?
No, he did not.
I can't.
He's not gay. He's not gay. This was my friend. This was my friend. We was just cool. We was tight.
Did he pick out your wig?
No, I didn't wear no wig.
All right. So you didn't enjoy. You don't sound like you enjoyed prom at all.
I had fun. I was cool.
Did you dance? Did y'all get your dance on? I
don't think we danced. We got there and we talked. The Wayla finally got there with her date. We talked. It was some drama. We were laughing at the coaches out there dancing with the other girls. Some of our football coaches were on the dance floor
with the girls from school.
Yeah, freaking on them and everything. We was like, dang, look at that.
That's crazy.
I mean, it looked like a club. They were in there. I'm like, they got them old men.
Wait, the teachers were freaking the students at the prom?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And
the coaches were sleeping with the girls. I mean, there was one girl that was flat out dating one of the coaches.
That happened at my high school too. Yeah.
This is Sky. What Sky? By high school, she had ran through all the boys. Little Mikey. She was doing grown men by high school. Who you talking about?
She's talking about Prim.
Don't do that to her. We don't know what she was doing. We don't know. Okay, let's stay on Shawnee for a second.
It was then, David.
So the teachers, the coaches were grinding on the student. I would shoot somebody in the mouth 12 times if I found out my daughter was getting danced on at the prom by the coaches and teachers, the dudes.
Yeah.
It wasn't that blatant in my high school, but definitely that did happen with some of the girls at my high school messing around with football.
Them coaches was wide open. They try to holler at anything. I was a majorette. I wasn't a cheerleader, but I was a majorette, and we had, little outfits that we had to wear on Fridays. And them coaches was all.
And it was hollering at because your booty was sticking a little bit out. They was trying to holler.
They holler, yeah. They say little things, yeah. And it's crazy because one of the coaches that was dating one of the girls, and we all knew they were dating. When I ran my basketball program, he brought his team, and he has 2 daughters. And I was looking at him. I was like, "Hey, coach." I said, "How you doing?" And he was real quick. "Oh, good to see you. Fine. Yeah. Now you got 2 daughters. Now
come back here, coach.
2 daughters.
Yeah, come back here, coach. Let's talk for a second with your your daughter's got some thick ass thighs. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So Shawnee goes, she goes to prom, goes home. She said she's home by 11 o'clock, even though she could have stayed out all night if she wanted to. So Mo, you go by yourself to prom because you feel like if you go with a dude, you're obligated to give it up.
Well, at that time, that's all they were talking about. Everybody was talking about who they was hooking up with after prom and during prom and so forth. And some guys you already knew if you went to the prom, it was with them, it was going down. So I was like, I'm going by myself. And I went by myself. Of course, I met up with my friends and as a group. That's what you do in high school. But as far as the date, all my pictures are solo.
Okay, wait. Okay, wait a second. We're gonna go right back. But Sky, this is killing me right now. Sky said, "Look, I remember being in elementary and the janitor asking the girls if they would sit on his lap for snack."
Oh
What
wow.
school did you go to, Sky? It's
Mm.
probably in Dallas.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
All
they
right,
do that. They do that.
that that
It's a
that.
lot of inappropriateness
Mhm.
that you look back and you be like, damn, that was mad inappropriate.
No, it was. I mean, when I think
Mhm.
about certain situations, I'm like, damn. All right, so Mo, when you go, do you go in a limo or you just get a ride to the prom and you're by yourself? Do your girls meet you at your house or how's it go?
No, actually, my parents dropped me off. I didn't go with them, but I rode back with them because normally, so down south, like everybody, you don't go to like a certain place. People go to like back then it was like the Ponderosa, like a steakhouse, or like she said, Tony Roma's. It had to be like some type of restaurant, like a nice restaurant.
Afterwards.
And then you go to the physical prom
Mhm.
at
You
the
go
Wait,
to
whoa,
the
whoa,
school.
whoa,
you
whoa,
go
whoa,
to
whoa,
eat
whoa.
first. You go to
Go to
eat
eat first.
first.
Oh, maybe you are down south. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
are a Southern girl. Okay.
you
I've
go
never
eat
heard of
first.
that. I've
Yep, you
You
never
go
go
to
heard of
eat
that.
eat
first.
first, then you go to the prom, and then people have after parties. So, like the
Yes.
second prom I went to, there was an after party, and the date that I had that I really didn't want to have as a date got mad at me because I wouldn't go to the hotel with him.
See,
And I was like,
see,
nah, you better take me home or else I will flip this car.
see.
She said I'll flip this. I
That was
mean,
the
yeah,
that was before she was
all right.
like, I'm
No,
like,
but Mo,
I will flip
hold
this
up. But
car.
Mo, so did somebody ask you to the prom? Did somebody try and get you to go to the prom with them?
so let me break this down, Mike, in few words, because I don't know if I'm at my word cap.
No, you capped out like you capped out literally
Mm.
like 15 minutes ago. But go ahead, love you, go ahead.
So my dad used to work on this old school car in front of our house, and so the rumor was, you know, Monique dad lift whole engines with his bare hands out of cars. So I was kind of like one of those,
Oh.
yeah, you don't date her type of thing, or have you seen her dad, you know, type of thing.
So nobody
So
asked you because of your dad lifting engines?
nobody asked me to the prom. Yeah, I didn't get asked to the prom. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Really?
Yeah. And plus, you know, actually, in high school, I was dating this guy who went to North Little Rock, and which is outside of our town.
Was that a college? Like you said,
North
North
Little Rock,
Little?
North Little
Like,
Rock High School. So we went
oh,
to
okay.
different high schools, and he graduated before me and moved to Irving, Texas. So that was another reason why I was just like, I'm not going with anybody
Mm. Oh.
Oh,
to
okay.
prom. Yeah. They was like, "Are you still dating so and so?" Yeah, but nah, they were scared of my dad. Like guys were scared of my dad in high school.
All right. You know what? This is a good subject. What time is it right now?
They
Okay.
were so scared of my
Okay.
dad. They was like, "Yo, your dad cry. Hey, Mr. Clean." Like they were
Okay.
so scared of him.
Okay. Anybody who has some prom stories on my IG live, if you enjoyed your prom, if you went to prom, oh, somebody said Little Rock is real, laugh out loud.
Yeah,
Or
ask Naeem.
if you want to
Naeem said I must have been strong. Well, to flip a car, Naeem, all you got to do, you grab the steering wheel and you just
no,
yank
she
it.
thought yes. Shawnee's
That's what I'm
talking
talking
about
about.
actually flipping a car, not grabbing it from the outside. She was like, I'll grab the steering wheel and kill us both.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
right now.
You want to die?
You
We
better
going
take me home.
we gonna be that senior prom thing where they got flowers on the corner. This is where it happened, and then they bring people like every year. They go, "This is what could happen." Sky, I actually remember a creepy teacher in every school I ever attended. It's disgusting, and I
Mhm.
and I don't want to speak out of turn because if I find out that there's a dude in a Jesus, okay. We're gonna come back. I'm gonna take a black and mild break because this is overwhelming. This is when the vagina monologues have overwhelmed. I told you I can't win right
But
now.
we only answer the questions you asked.
You are,
Yeah.
and you're 1,000% right, and I'm freaked out by it. And then I will tell you a story on peer pressure that happened in one of I went to two proms. Did I go to two? Yeah, I went to two. One was because I wanted to, and one because I had to. All right, and she wasn't even pregnant. All right, we'll come back. We'll take a black and mild break, and everybody on IG Live, I'm gonna shut it down and charge my phone so it won't die in the middle of it. All right, Michael Shawn, the Takeover Legends, Sexy Mo, Shawnee Scott, and Jay Black somewhere still watching. If you're gonna watch.
And Lady Q. Lady Q's
And
on
Lady
IG.
Q. And Lady Q's on IG.
Happy anniversary, y'all.
Happy anniversary. But if y'all gonna watch, y'all might as well get a box. Y'all might as well get a square. You're still supervising because you're a control freak. That's why. You might as well get a box right now. Takeover Legends, y'all. Yeah. What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out. Rodney Perry. A man cheats on his wife. She cheats back. She gets pregnant. Who broke the family? Nice hat. Yo, your hat game is vicious. I wish my hat, like, it don't look right on me when I wear hats. But go ahead. Who broke the family?
She did. Sonny hates that. Look at Sonny.
That's what I love.
I agree.
See, when you a grown ass man, you ain't got to get into the whole explanation. He's like, she did.
You want an explanation? I give you an explanation.
Give me an explanation, Rodney. Give me an explanation.
The short answer is she did, and I know women out there. Well, how come she can't? Well, you know, I know it. I just say, how come? If you let somebody skeet all up in our house, it's your fault.
Not the skeet. Not the skeet.
Tell all the girls
shoot up the club.
You can't let nobody shoot the club up.
But he could have did the same thing, and the woman just didn't get pregnant. How we know he ain't? How we know he ain't raw dogging? How you know that?
First of all, Miss Scott, okay.
Miss Scott.
What we're not gonna do is try to make this into something else. Now, is he wrong? Yes, but the family can be put back together as long as it ain't no kids. The male ego is fragile.
Very,
very fragile. So I don't care. Guys do this all the time. Women cheat, and then so it don't even have to be a kid for a guy for it to be over. But absolutely. A kid make it even worse. Like a woman will accept your outside child, but I don't know 0 guys is going to accept an outside child from his wife. It's wrong, Miss Scott. It's wrong. I know.
It's wrong. It's wrong. That's what I've been trying to say. It's wrong.
It ain't fair.
Not fair.
I'm sorry, Miss Scott. That's like, you know what? I'm gonna take one for the team. It's wrong.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Your escape from reality. Right here on Free Agent Radio.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out.
Tupac busting the room. Yo, where's the other bag at? Where's the bag? First time I ever met him, I'm like looking at him. He on 100 already. And Safid is cool. Like if Safid is so cool, he like, yo, stop yelling, money. Stop yelling. It's like the bag is over there. He's like, oh, I thought somebody got my bag. That's the bag that got the barrel in it. I'm like, the barrel? I'm just listening. Right. These fools, if you know the Glock, you know that the Glock is all plastic if you know guns, except the cylinder of the barrel. So they broke the Glock down and all these parts and put them in different bags and put it on the plane. That's how they used to ship their gun with them. He was looking for the barrel to put the gun together.
Back together, yeah.
My secret, I used to ship his gun.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Your escape from reality. Right here on Free Agent Radio.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do.
Michael Shawn wears
tight shirts every day. I wear tight shirts cause I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when the summer comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
What? Did I take it too far? What?
Yes.
Whatever. Tight shirts in the morning at work and when I grieve. I even wear tight pajama tops when I sleep. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Tight shirts. Yeah. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Come on. Tight shirts. Every day.
My son wears
tight shirts. To the gym or wherever.
tight shirts.
Tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, Michael Shawn and We the Worst Records, Pluto, Aristotle, and P Skills have just destroyed or created another perfectly horrible song. Yeah. Check out the next single, Grown Man Wearing Skinny Jeans.
That's it, bro. Mix it up, bro.
Don't never stop if you wanna be on top, yeah.
Tap in.
Tap in, Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. I don't know. Tony, what am I doing wrong on Media Room 360?
I don't think you're clicking the play button.
Yeah, I got something going on right now because I'm like totally.
I think, you know what? I really think that you should you should bring back the We the Worst Records.
Oh, I got a ton of them.
People are requesting it, but we got new songs out and they're looking for new content from you.
Oh, girl, I ain't got time to be working on all new songs.
What?
No, I'm playing. I can make these songs, but I got so many. No, I do have a lot of new songs that we never like actually got to do. That I shouldn't say I did them. They are new, but they've never been played, and we don't have videos for them. So I don't want to just play them unless you think we should play them.
I think we should make the video. I think we should get with Mark and get the video made and get it edited and get it up.
All right, so what do I say real quick? We do need to do that. What do I say? Media Room 360. I'm trying to get Media Room 360 on the TV behind me. I don't know why. I've never had this problem.
There it is.
Let me see if it comes up.
Boy, it did pop up.
Yeah.
What the hell is little lady, little woman? Okay. YouTube. Doing this live. Michael Shawn, Takeover Legends. Shawnee Scott, Sexy Mo. Jay Black somewhere jumping out a window right now.
Jay Black trying to make babies right now.
He ain't make no damn baby. Jay ain't even got the semen to make babies. Pause.
Oh, God. Wow.
You try to say his little swimmers don't know how to swim.
Jay's a typical dude just like me. We always think it's the woman that can't make it happen. Man, listen, you know how much semen we done wasted. What's today's day? Today's day's the what?
The 22nd.
All right, cool. All right, that was my bad. Ready when Mike is ready. Mark, what's good?
He's talking about the video. We can make the video. And you know, you came up in a discussion on a radio station that I'm on about adding your We the Worst Records as a feature.
What?
Yeah.
That's major. BDS detection.
I'm down. Shawnee, I talked to you yesterday. Why didn't this come up yesterday?
Because when I played the video, I'm like, oh, I got to tell him. People want the We the Worst Records. They want it.
All right, well, we can do it. But you ain't
when
telling me
the album gonna drop, Mike. When you gonna drop the album?
I talked to Shawnee for like an hour. I talked to Shawnee for like an hour yesterday. I talked to Shawnee. I was in the car, out the car. I was by a pool. I had to connect the Bluetooth. I got out the Bluetooth. I ordered Chick-fil-A, and she ain't never said, "Okay, I'm down. Whatever. Just let Shawnee lead the damn way. I don't care. I'm down. Like We the Worst. We got to make We the Worst. We can make it happen. I'll trademark the whole thing. And Shawnee, let me put you on here on the IG Live, and then we go back to these. This is a good topic.
Oh,
It's a
congratulations, Billy.
Mike, never
yeah,
say
yeah.
never about the possibility of making a kid. My 1 week old is watching with me, right? Oh, well, God bless. How old are
Billy
you?
ain't shooting no blanks over there.
How old are you? Yeah, Billy. When I tell you the blanks that I'm shooting right now, I couldn't get, like, they could be an ovary. Okay, never mind. I don't even try because I had to get over
I
what
think
we talked about yesterday. I'm not trying to
Billy
get
in
no more
your
trouble.
age bracket, because he went to school with Bink.
Mm.
Oh, Billy. All right. So you shot the club up. Okay, Billy. Billy said, I'm 48 and I shot the club up. And everybody had to duck down. Okay, Billy. Everybody had to duck. You caught that random. Okay.
I
Shot
ain't get
the-
my request.
Okay, I'm sending it now. I just found out about Rudy the Worst Records. So how about you slow down now? Now I'm gonna surprise your ass. Okay, so Shawnee goes to prom, doesn't really want to go to prom. I sent the request, Shawnee. Mo goes to prom by herself, which neither one of y'all.
I did.
First of all, I would have thought that Shawnee would have wanted to go to prom. She said she didn't want to go to prom. Then we found out that Mo went to prom by herself because she didn't want to give it up, which I applaud that. You ain't want to give it up. I didn't know it was mandatory. I didn't know it was mandatory that you had to. And then my prom situation. What was the first prom I went to?
It said it expired.
Oh, Jesus. Let me go back. And
No, I say you joined now. You're good.
is she there?
On my screen, she is.
No, she's not on my screen. All right, so my first.
There we go.
Oh, okay. So my first prom, I went to 2. I did go to 2. My first prom. Now, remember, I went to a hood high school my freshman year, and then a whole bunch of stuff happened. And then I went to a white high school the next year. So there was a small amount of black people, and I was the only Hispanic. I think there was one other Hispanic, and I think it was Snoop was good. So there's one other Hispanic. So the first prom I went to, let me tell you how coming from the Bronx and going to a place like Mount Laurel, New Jersey, my parents literally followed me and recorded me going to her house in the limo. They followed the limo and they recorded us going to the house.
That's dope, though.
And I'm trying to remember, like, God, it's such a long time ago. So we went to the prom. I went to the prom with her. Yes, I went to the prom with her. And okay, so forget that first prom. First prom was cool. It was fine. It was fine. Everything was good. It was a lot of white people. They had a band. They didn't really have a DJ. And I wrote out whatever. The second prom, the person I went to with the second prom, her friend was she was white. Her girlfriend was white. She was black. Her girlfriend was white. And her parents were white. And they lived on a lake. So when I went, I was out of high school. She was a senior. I was out of high school. And I went to her house. And the parents were different. So they literally, and I'm not blaming my alcoholism on them, but they had Jack Daniels and they were pouring Jack Daniels for the kids.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
And we poured, and I got a mug and I poured it, and I had no idea what the power of a Jack Daniels could do. And I popped it, and we went to the prom, and then everybody got to sleep over at the parents' house, like the couples.
Okay.
Hell no.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the precursor to swinging was going on at your prom.
No. That's what I'm saying. You know how y'all just said how inappropriate stuff were?
Yes.
And their excuse was, we would rather you be here and do whatever you're going to do, which that made sense.
I understand that concept.
But we can't sleep together.
Yeah,
it has
You know what I'm saying?
some
Like,
kind of boundaries.
No.
Okay. No, you ain't gonna sleep in the bed with that ain't.
Yeah.
We ain't doing that.
And it was a big ass house on the lake, and literally like everybody had beds, and there was a hot tub and all types of stuff. And
hell no.
That's the making for all bad
No.
Michael Jackson bad. That's a bad situation.
I mean, I'll say this: white people are better at teaching their kids how to socialize in situations like that
and be safe. and be
Yeah,
safe.
but you need to, okay, the boys, this y'all little side over here, y'all need to be over here, and the girls, y'all need to sleep over here. Okay, y'all
Hold up.
ain't coupled up in the bed.
Before I finish this story, Paul said, the girl was dating at the time, dropped out of high school just before prom. I never went. How are you going to drop out? How the hoe going to drop out before
right before prom?
He said she was beautiful, not smart. Hey, clap it up for beautiful, not smart. Hey, clap it up for beautiful. So
I don't know about that.
Now, mind you, I came from an old school house. Like when I got there for the second prom and they fed me the alcohol, we went to the prom and it was on and popping. Like it was outrageous. Like it was just white boys just doing all types of white boys. White people are on a different level when it comes to partying. I don't care what nobody says. Her parents were white. Yeah. So after the prom, I'm thinking maybe we're going to a hotel. Mike, you must got drunk at the prom. Yes, I did. But it wasn't because I wanted to get drunk. It's because the parents were feeding us drinks before we got in the limo, like literally getting shots of Jack Daniels. And I'm 17. I wasn't even built for that. So then when we came, Sam said, what kind of curse of the swinging party was this? Yes. I don't know. All I know is that after the prom, the limo took us back to the house and the house was lit up. All the couples went back to the house and everybody had a room and a bed, which now I realize how. What? Yes.
That don't even sound right.
So the couples had a bed or each kid had a bed?
No, the couples, whoever whoever you went to prom with, they had a spot.
Oh yeah, no, dog. Yeah.
I know everything.
Yeah.
Y'all not gonna believe me, but because I had taken part in drinking the way I drank, I just went to sleep because I had to wake up I never forget. I had to wake up the next day. I had to go back home, and me and my mom and my sister had to go to New York. But I had never drank like that, so we drank before. We drank in the limo, and so when I came back home, well, not home. When I came back to their spot. I remember getting in a hot tub. Like we had bathing suits and everything. Like people got in a hot tub.
What?
And yes. And then I laid in the bed and I went to sleep. Like I wish there was a better part to the story where I could be like, yo, I wilded out. I fell asleep and woke up the next day. Not till I actually told that story did I realize how inappropriate. Because there were people who had bedrooms.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and their parents are out of line. They and they shouldn't have done that.
Yo, I didn't smash, but I know there was smashing going on. And the girl's name was Lori
Harvey?
No, not Lori. Shut up. Not Lori Harvey. I think it was Lori. What was her name?
Yeah, that was a sex party. That's why people is out of control now.
And that's why I went to the prom by my damn self.
But the funny thing is, like, if I could rewind, I probably would have taken, I'd have taken advantage of the situation. But I didn't because I wasn't even built for the thing. Because I remember being in a limo going, my head is spinning right now. And I remember looking at the limo and I was like, wow, it's going down. Dave said, something must have happened that night at your prom. Somebody was probably getting it on. No, it was going, now that I think about it, it was popping.
And did anybody get pregnant prom night?
I wasn't even cool with those white. No, the only person that I was cool with was the person I went to the prom with. I wasn't cool with those white folks.
And you went with the black girl.
I went with the black girl who was.
And her mama let her stay?
Yeah, her mama let her stay. Because that was her friend.
She probably didn't know the situation.
No,
she didn't know all of that was going on. I remember
her mom was named Cassie. Cassie did not know. Her mom was named Cassie. Her father was named Chip. They did not know what was going on.
Cassie and Chip.
And they were from the Bronx. And they had moved out and made a success. They did better than my dad. They had a bigger house. Like it was going down. But they didn't know it. Her name was Lori. Laura or Lori? What's her name? Her last name.
We just gonna call her L Boogie. L Boogie went to the prom with you, and L Boogie, mom and dad just let her be out here in the world.
And to this day, her parents, I never forget being in high school. Her parents thought I was the bad influence. It wasn't me. Like, I've been a bad influence for a lot of people in my life. I've been a very bad, in that circumstance, I was not I was the guy getting led into the white culture and being like, y'all allowed to do like everything they were doing, we would have to sneak and do.
Right.
Like we'd have to have a whole underworld to get away with what they were doing it right there in the crib. And the statute of limitations over because somebody's parents should be in jail. Yeah. The statute of limitations
They
is
should be.
over.
They giving y'all alcohol.
Alcohol and rooms. That's basically saying
Yeah. Alcohol.
That's like saying, hey, who want it?
It's
hot
water and yeah.
It was. I'm not gonna lie. The bed that I stayed in was next to the hot tub. And now let's get this straight. The sliding door went directly to a big ass deck that you could jump in the lake, and it was crazy. Like it was nuts. Now it was bad. It was bad. Let's remember. Where were you at the Playboy Mansion? Mark said,
Yeah, that sounds like a mini Playboy Mansion.
That's too much.
The hell?
No, and you drunk at 17? Boy, I would have been. Boy, I would have. Oh, Lord.
So I'm gonna date myself. That year, that had to be 1991. And I was like, no, 1990. 1989? No, 89. Yeah. And I literally, now that I think about it, I'm like, there's no way in the world. No, like I know my daughter has to go to her prom coming up next year. There's no way in the world, dog. I'll put a tracker on everything.
Might put a tracker in the dress.
I will put a tracker on the dress, on your hair. But they really did that. And I remember waking up the next morning feeling horrible because I'd never had a hangover in my life. I was like, yo, I feel horrible.
And you had a Jack Daniels hangover. That's not like any hangover. That's that dark liquor.
We were drinking Jack Daniels. Like we were drinking, I had a big shot and then they had more in the limo. And then we went to the prom and it was going down. Shout out to Shannon Harris. My date's name was Shannon Harris.
I'm gonna look her up on Instagram.
Girl.
Oh my God. Oh Lord. All right, y'all. Those are the prom stories from all of us. Share location on that iPhone because I'm pulling up. No, you're not. No, you're not neither.
No, that's what she's saying you're gonna say to your daughter.
No, yeah. I'm pulling up. Oh, she already knows. I like honestly.
Mike is putting tracking devices on the eyelashes. He putting tracking devices, homing devices inside the dress, everything.
No, yeah, it's. I mean, but you can only do so much at a certain point. You know, prom, you just want them to. Honestly, I just want you to be safe.
Yeah,
and get home. That's all. Like, I really just want you to be safe and get home. Hef was in the corner like, yeah, I'm saying something to the parents and all. Listen, I didn't even know it was wrong. Else I could have told my mom by mistake. I didn't know. I didn't think anything was wrong. I was like, well, I guess that's how it goes down with the white folks.
I couldn't even see if your mom really knew, she would have been like, yeah, no, Miguelito, you got to come home.
Yes. She had no clue. So Kathy said, so you experienced alcohol before that? Not really. Like I promise y'all, as much as I talk about alcohol, I was not a big drinker till like my early 20s.
Yeah, but that could have been the Pandora's box that was open. Them giving you that like that.
Yeah, that definitely. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm mad at them now. 40 years later.
I did have a good time at the prom. I did have a good time. Like I did have a good time at the prom. Yeah, now but as usual, that never changed. That alcohol was too much at the end. I didn't even get the payoff.
Oh, you didn't smash?
No, I didn't.
He was passed out.
He was passed out.
He didn't do that.
I was not. I think we were both knocked out. The crazy thing is how comfortable we were just laying in a bed, just chilling. I woke up and left everybody. Like there were bodies all over. And I was like, yo, I gotta go. I gotta go pick up my mom. Shout out to my man Q over there. What's popping? My man Boxer Q got a career that should be jumping off. So shout out to you. I don't know if you're in LA or you're in the Midwest right now. All right. So I guess after that long situation, let's get the story. I mean, if you want, what time is it?
7:32.
8:32 over here. All right, we got a story. You got a story. You wanna tease a story, Mo? Because if not, I'm gonna talk about how I got heartburn all the time, and I don't think people are gonna be entertained about. I can't eat nothing without getting heartburn right now. You got a story? You got anything you want to jump into right now?
So I'm not good at teasing.
Oh well,
I'm
don't
not good at
tease.
teasing.
Then
So I'm
just
not
go
gonna
straight into
tease.
it. Go
I like
straight
to
into
just jump straight into it.
it. That's good. That's good that you're not good at teasing. That's
I'm not
good.
gonna foreplay you with my words, Michael Shawn. Not today. Not today.
So wait a second before you get into that.
Yeah.
So you didn't go to your prom.
I went to prom.
No, you went to your prom, but you didn't have a date.
No, I didn't have a date.
So when did you actually start dating? Like when did you?
So no, I had a boyfriend at 16. At 16, of course, I had a boyfriend. I told you I had strict. My dad was strict. He wasn't having it. I had a boyfriend at 16, but he was a year older than me, and he went to school in North Little Rock. So he graduated before me, technically, and moved away to go to school in Irving, Texas. So,
did he turn you out? Was that the turnout, or did
no?
So when did the turnout happen? They had to be, because I'm going to Shawnee after this, because y'all really be downplaying dick.
Wait,
You gotta be downplaying.
Wait.
Y'all the most not talking about. Y'all the most not talking about D ever women I've ever like. So who was the first turnout, Mo? Who was the person that you were like?
See,
like the music started playing in the background.
So see, that's hard to say because I'm a lover at heart. So I don't think it was the D. I don't think it's ever been the D for me.
Ever.
I mean, I didn't have some good D, but I'm just saying,
well,
I don't think it's ever been like the turnout. Oh my God, I'm gonna lose my mind. Like if I don't get like, yeah, I've never had that. You know, just never had that. Oh my God, you know, if I don't get it, I'm a lose my mind. I'm gonna fall all out. It's just the best.
I didn't say you had to fall out.
I'm just saying because you know people say you lose your mind over it. I've never had to lose my mind experience.
Where was the one where you were like you appreciated it, you liked it? You liked it.
No, that's what you're asking. I thought he was asking. I thought you were asking when was your first time? Was this your first person?
No, I'm saying the person that the first time, from what women say, just going from what y'all say, from all the women that have told me, the first time for y'all ain't like the first time for men. The first time is not really what I was told. I've had a few exceptions that said it was pleasurable. But for the most part, from what I've heard, I will give 91% of the time they say it wasn't pleasurable. So when was the first time? It was when you were like, oh, okay, I get this. Now I understand what the fuss is about.
I would say my first love, like my and that was after high school. May he rest in peace. But yeah,
my
first love. No,
I'm playing.
What the hell?
Oh my God,
it's fire, but yeah, no.
You hit him with the death. You hit him with the death. No, I'm playing.
I can't.
All right, so your first love. So
yeah. I think that was when I really realized, okay, this is what this is about.
And you realize that, like. Can you explain why y'all gonna get so quiet now? Y'all got mad opinions on everything, and now I'm asking y'all this stuff, and now it's like, oh, that's when I realized it was nice.
And because it's our personal life. We don't just tell all of that. That's kind of
See, Mike wants the keys to the secret garden. Like he wants you to open up, you know, let him know, like, was you hanging from the ceiling? You know, did your toes curl up?
Y'all talking about personal life. Y'all talking about personal life. Stacey has yet to talk to me because of yesterday's show. Yes, I want your personal life. He has yet to talk to me.
We didn't mean to disrupt nobody's household yesterday.
Oh, it's all over. It's done. Like we have yet to talk. She just waved this morning when I said, "Hey, everybody said hi." She was like, "Yeah."
She didn't tell you to be great. She didn't tell you to go be great
at all. At all. So yes, I want to know. I want to know.
Like, yeah, I want to know details.
I want to know the
details.
details.
Okay.
Kiss, mother. What? Okay, so when did you realize when you're like, okay, now this is what everybody's been talking about? Why? Explain, Mo.
Why? Okay, so this particular person, he taught me about the exploration of my body. So we talked about Dora the Explorer and the backpack. Well, he had all the tricks and the tools in the backpack, and
backpack.
First of all, I'm so mad that you are using like metaphors like Dora the Explorer. Just what did he do? What happened? Like, what was it that opened your eyes to a whole nother world? What was it? What? I don't want to hear about Dora the Explorer. I don't want to hear about backpack.
He had his mouth was a gift.
Now we're talking.
It was a gift.
Bam! Now
it was a gift.
Look, comments. All of a sudden, comments are coming.
Good morning. Good morning, Valerie.
Good morning.
Now Valerie knows about that. Valerie,
and I didn't know that all of that magic could happen with one's mouth. I just did not.
Who knew that verbal could be that amazing? Who knew that it
could be that amazing? And so there unleashed, this whole expectation for others to follow. There was a certain precedence that was set, and yeah.
All right. Did he do groceries?
So no, not at that. So that wasn't an era where
that was early in the game. I didn't know. I didn't know.
That was early in the game.
I didn't know if he was an innovator. I don't know. He might have been an innovator. He might have been a pioneer. He might have been
a pioneer of a lot of things, but that wasn't one of them. No.
All right, Shawnee, your turn. Your turn.
Let's see. It was the one that made me realize what's supposed to happen is the person that I had my first orgasm with.
Let's go.
Because I've been married twice. So I got married like right out of high school and nothing happened there the whole time. But then I hooked up with this other person and it happened. And I was like, oh, this is what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Because when I was married, like the first time, I was like, this what I've been waiting for all this time? What is this? This is, what are we doing? This was y'all making a big deal over it? This is, this too much work. I don't want to do it. Yes, he had size and girth. Yes, he did.
Clap it up for size. So this guy, obviously, was it a committed relationship or was it random? Was it like,
no, we were in a relationship.
Oh, so then what your thought process was? What, like, what was the
after it happened?
Yeah, after it happened. Yeah, after the floodgates, the gates were open.
Yeah, I think we probably dated for some months before we even got to that.
Right.
But once we got to that,
right,
every day I was trying to get over there. I'm like, do that again, do that again, do that again. Make it happen again. Now wait a minute, how do we do this?
How do we do this?
Yeah.
Somebody at IG said, damn, Mike is even pinker on IG. No. First of all, I don't know if you're supposed to call me pink. Y'all just not used to me without the beard. So after the floodgates open, you like, do it again. So then you got used to it, and then you were like, okay, I can find it somewhere else.
I can't remember why we broke up. I don't know why me and that guy broke up. He was older than me too. He was a lot older than me. He's about 10 years old.
So I think the amazing thing with the and I think maybe it's because we don't talk about stuff like this. How long? So when you guys started, if you think about it, when you started having sex, how long did it take? How long was it before you actually got to that orgasm? Because guys, it's immediate. That's what I keep saying. I keep telling everybody it's immediate. No. So how long did it take y'all to get to, like, you would take, was it a year? Was it, I don't want to name, like, I don't want to give you a body count. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of unfair because women would be like, it was like the fifth dude. Because then you got like 5 bodies or whatever. But
They're like, what, 5?
Yeah,
you know,
it
every
took
man
me
expects you to be
from the first time I had sex to the first time I had an orgasm. It was probably about 4.5 years.
4.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And you were having sex for real, and it was
No,
4.
not all the time. I mean, like, cause I was a horrible wife. I wouldn't sleep. I didn't like it, so I didn't like it. So it was like, what's the point? What are we doing this for?
Oh,
But then when that happened, I was like, oh, okay, this is what's supposed to happen.
oh. And Mo, how long was it before you met Magic Mouth?
I was young, so you know when you're young, as a girl, you're like, I gotta go pee, and then you find out, nah, girl,
that's
you
not what's
ain't.
happening.
That's not what's happening.
So how long was it before
That's
you
not what's
actually
happening.
you realized it when you were like, okay, now I get it?
Magic Mouth.
No, but how long before that? Like, how long had you been taking part in that activity before? Was it a year? Was it a 2?
2 years. 2 years.
So y'all telling me no woman ever explained to you guys how to get to that point and what to look like? Nobody talked to you because it.
So that's not a conversation women had. Like, so men have that conversation with boys, right? That's not a conversation that women have with girls, because what do you tell girls? Don't do that
have
until you're
sex.
married, right?
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. You cheat if you do that.
Right.
They're gonna look at you differently. No man is gonna respect you if you're sleeping with him. You know,
Right.
you just don't do it.
Don't do
that's
it.
all you hear.
Don't do it, girl. Don't do it.
So the myth is that y'all think guys talk to other guys and we don't. So everybody is just out here willy-nilly trying to figure it out, because all older guys tell you is that go do it.
Yeah, but they encouraging y'all to. They tell us not to.
But they tell y'all not to. They tell us to go do it. So what happens is that we got a conflict of interest. A guy, they don't tell us what to do to make it right. They don't give us tips on how to like to make something, like make them appreciate. They just say go do it. They tell y'all don't do it, and then we collide together, and that's why it takes 4 years for people to have orgasms. This is well, for most.
You don't know your body. Yeah, you told to hold the nickel between your knees. The nickel can't drop.
Oh wait,
right.
I ain't never heard of that one. What was that? Explain that.
Old.
Well, if you hold a nickel between your knees, how you hold a nickel between your knees?
You keep your legs closed.
That
your legs
is
closed, yeah.
so crazy. In the Black community, girls are told to keep they used to be told that. Wow.
And it's different in the other cultures, if you think about it, because white people are told, they tell their girls that, you know, if they have oral sex, that they're still virgins. So, you know, you grow up, if you go to a predominantly white school, they, you know, the white girls was doing stuff that we was like, ew, she nasty. Like, she did what? You know, so because we weren't doing that. We weren't doing it. And
I know. Yeah, I know y'all weren't. I know. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And if you did, you was considered one of them nasty girls too.
Beyond said it took me being around older women who taught us to enjoy it. Yeah, because it doesn't seem like nobody. That's my whole serious question beside the jokes, is that nobody is teaching anybody how to actually enjoy it and actually like benefit each other and help each other to get to where they gotta go. Because women, y'all on your own. They just telling y'all to hold a nickel between your knees, which is crazy.
And you a hoe, if you go out there and, you know, you having them feelings, there's something wrong with you. So.
And the older dudes are just telling us to go do it, but ain't nobody telling us, well, what exactly are we supposed to do when we get there? Like, what happens? Ain't no older guy trying to tell these younger dudes, like, this is how you satisfy somebody without being like an egomaniac. Like, if you just knock them down or whatever. Like, nobody told anybody to be a magic mouth. Nobody would have known that.
No, but you know what? Most men, a lot of times they learn to this whole model of smash and dash. Like, the model is smash as many as you can, and then pornography. Think about it.
Yeah, which is the worst tutor ever that you can, unless you happen to get lucky. Shawnee, remember that video in Arlington Improv about the butt? What was that?
Oh, what's his name? Rudy Rush.
Oh, about the groceries.
That
First of all,
grossed me out. Oh my God, that grossed me out so bad. Rudy was wrong for that one.
I mean, I will. I will always say, like people say, pioneers are people like who travel to different countries and travel different lands. Let me tell you, the most dangerous pioneer was the first person ever who decided to try oral sex. That person lived a dangerous life
He
because
was living on the edge.
just think about that. There was no hygiene when this first happened. Like you was like, just think about somebody saying, "Put your on this" for the first time, and go like, I mean, sometimes right now in 2021, somebody might look at you crazy. But can you imagine, like in like 1750, when somebody was like, "Y'all taking baths in the river"?
Yeah, that was a hard one for me. I was in my 30s and my late 30s before I could even wrap my mind around that whole concept because I'm like, no, that's
in your late 30s?
Yeah, I'm like, no, you ain't got to do that. That's all right. No, we can skip over that.
Wow.
She needed a magic mouth.
Yeah. Where is Jay Black when I need him? Like even it being done for you, like that was even like crazy.
No, that was crazy. I'm like, that is where I pee.
Oh God, why you put it like that? I'm putting my hoodie up.
And
honey, don't be messing it up for the rest of us.
Hey, that's because I'm so literal. I'm like thinking about like, wait a minute, you want to do what? No, we're not doing that. we can't. No, we can't do that. We cannot do that. No.
And then when it happened,
let's see. The first time it happened, I couldn't mentally. I was still like,
And you definitely have to have your head in the game. No pun intended.
I couldn't.
You definitely gotta have
like, no, this is just all wrong. This is not. No.
All right, Mo. Let's just put that on there. I just need older men have always done oral with no problem. Well, I guess I hate to generalize and say older men did this and younger than I don't know. Shawnee said late 30s, but she's been playing catch up ever since. I didn't even want to bring it up. I didn't even want to bring that whole. Geez, my God! Like wow. Oh God, this is lovely. This is a love. Yeah, I'm gonna plan out the show tomorrow because I don't even think we need to have this conversation again.
You started it. You asked the questions. Inquiring minds wanted to know, and now you got it.
I did.
And we gave you the PG version. We ain't even we ain't make you go through that whole thing. We gave you the PG version.
We tried to give you the G version, but you I want to know. I want to know.
No, because I think it doesn't serve me any purpose right now. But I think people need to know.
Button, what do it do?
Yeah. What they need to know about me for? They don't need to know about me.
No, but I just think you guys are like an example of, because nobody actually gets to ask these questions, especially guys, because you know, you know, and you got to understand that piece of equipment that y'all have is basically like you need to go to like Harvard to actually understand that and get like a graduate degree and stuff, because there's not one part of that body that is the same on every woman.
Right.
Which is the most maddening thing ever, on why I say I don't understand why when you're in a relationship and y'all start taking it there, why you don't have the conversation on what you like. Because it's like playing this guessing game at 1 o'clock in the morning after y'all went to Fridays and y'all had a few drinks, and now he's just messing around, pressing buttons, trying to figure out, and then you're sick and you're mad because everyone is different.
Yeah, but I have the conversation.
Yeah,
don't waste my time. But the problem is, I have the conversation, and a guy will want to tell me, "Oh no, I'm gonna do this." No, because I ain't 21. I'm not 25.
No.
Listen, I know what's gonna work. I'm telling you, I know what's gonna work. Trust me, I know. I don't need you trying nothing new. That ain't gonna work. It's probably been tried. We're over 40 now. So come on.
And Billy J, what the hell are you talking about? He said, I
Damn,
had
Billy.
a 35-year-old girlfriend at 18. Okay. You were molested. I mean,
he
that
did
ever.
everything.
Yeah. Okay. Well, God bless. Because you got to be careful with that too. This is the grown show. No, it is the grown show. But my thing is like, even I think women believe they know. They're like, I'm gonna do this and you gonna like, no, you're not. Some of y'all got some weird techniques that sometimes you just look. And the bad thing with guys is that I shouldn't say, I'm sure women do it too. Sometimes you just deal with it, even though you realize this is the most most unpleasurable thing.
I'm tapping you on the shoulder. If it ain't right, I'm tapping you on the shoulder. Let me talk to you. Like, I'm stopping. We're not. Yeah, no.
You can't waste my time.
But you know how many, but and that's what you should do. But you know how many people actually just, especially guys, because guys don't want to ruin the moment and go like, because if you tell a woman, if you tap them on the shoulder and you're like, what are you doing? Like, women will really be like, you could really crush somebody's ego and you could mess up the whole night that you've been working for. You've been like, you working and somebody does that and you like, that's horrible.
Well, you got to say it the right way. That's why, like, if y'all had the conversation, then in the moment, it's not hard. You don't have to be like, look, boy, stop. You don't have to do that. It's like, hey.
And you should be able to talk during. Like, you should be able to have like a healthy dialogue during. Like, if there's something you don't like, this ain't.
So a guy can't say that's horrible. Like, a guy can't. Would that mess everything up? Like, yo, that is horrible what you're doing.
What if the woman said that this is some bullshit? Yo,
yes. But guess what a guy would do? A guy will adjust. A woman will walk out.
A guy will not adjust. No. A guy will not adjust. A guy will be like this. It will go down.
No, but
I'm not saying it in a good way.
No, but a guy will try. A guy will be like, I'm gonna do my best. Like, a woman will get offended and be like, yo, I'm out. Like, how dare you talk to me? But it was trash. It was trash.
Women are natural pleasers. Guys will bring their ego to the game and they will fold every time. They will fold. Let you tell some guy in the middle of, yo, this is trash. This is some bullshit. They listen. Listen.
But see, that's why I disagree.
If you think that it ain't gonna be over, it's gonna be over.
It's gonna be
but
like,
this is where I disagree, because a guy spend literally 12 hours trying to get to this moment. Like, he'll spend he done planned it out. He done called you. He done lied to you. He done bought you stuff.
He done took you to dinner.
He done took you to dinner.
Introduced you to his grandmama and his mama. And
he done did everything. He done made a whole false livelihood. He done, and now he's there.
He done got an Airbnb talking about his house.
And that's all and he'll spend his last dime. He going to adjust. Like, even like a woman, y'all always act like it's the prize. So y'all be like, if a guy ever just said, yo, like, and I'm not talking about a guy who is affluent, who has a bunch of money. I'm talking about the average dude. I'm not talking about the guy who you already know is already living in his house, already got his life together. Yeah, if you already got your life together and you realize you can move on to the next, you're going to be like, yo, this is trash. Mm-hmm. But the normal average guy is going to be like, I'm going to try my best. And then give it all you got.
I'm gonna give it all I got.
And you're like, no, I don't like that. Like, maybe you shouldn't say it's trash. All right, maybe you shouldn't say. You guys are dumb. Action said what Paul said, because it's so easy for us, because it's going to happen no matter what position we're in. So young guys think the same about women. And that's why I say, and Shawnee said, you need to have a conversation before y'all jump into anything.
Yeah.
You need to have a conversation. You need to be tested. Like, I'll go get a panel. I don't have no problem doing that. And I need to see yours. So at least let me know what I'm coming into,
You need to have a what?
You go get your test, your STD test.
Oh, you get it's called a panel?
Well,
They
it's a
check you for
panel. It's a
everything. I know what
panel
you're talking
of
about.
tests.
Oh,
Yeah,
it gives you everything?
everything.
HIV,
Yes,
herpes,
gonorrhea,
syphilis,
chlamydia,
all of that.
syphilis.
It's on
Yeah,
there.
Wait a second. Who's worried about a little chlamydia? Like, we really got to put that on a.
Yeah. Because if you
that's
got
the.
chlamydia, you can get that fixed. Go get it fixed. That's
need-
ridiculous. That
She
let me
needs.
know
She needs to
how
make sure.
responsible you are. If you got chlamydia, you walking around with the clap and you ain't went and took care of that.
Shawnee talk about it's a romantic night. Everything's good. They got the candles on. Yo,
So,
you got your panel. You got your
your
panel.
papers.
Let me see what your panel looking
They
like.
can put it in the system for you. You know, you just pull it up. I can see the last time you went.
Head,
Has it been? How often? Did you go
Oh
get this?
my God!
Mm-mm.
That
I need you to call midstream. I need you to call and get your results. I need you to put it on
Mo.
speakerphone
Mo.
so I can see it, so I
Yeah.
can hear it.
When's the
Yeah.
last time y'all showed each other? Y'all showed another person your panel.
The last time I did was, I guess about 3 months ago, 3 or 4 months ago.
3 months ago. All right, Mo. Don't you dare lie and say you
Listen,
showing each other panels.
I am not going to lie to you. I am involuntarily celibate right now.
All right, well, I need to know. Y'all gonna sit up here like y'all ain't never rolled the dice. Like y'all done rolled
I'm
the
not
dice.
saying I ain't never rolled the dice, but
Oh yeah, I'm
but
not saying that.
but that's a conversation that's had because I just working with HIV and AIDS. It's like now that when we're doing testing and people come out to get tested and you hear these stories, I'm like, oh heck no, this is some. Oh
No, I ain't gonna lie. When I had I said when I had that was probably the wrong way to start that sentence. When I had I was probably not the way I should have started that sentence. When I went to the radio station when I was working at K104, and a girl came on there. And this is the profile. Now, mind you, I have two uncles who died of AIDS back to back. So you would think I'd be conscious of how this goes down. But she came on there and she was like telling us, pretty girl. And I didn't know what she was there for the interview for. I had no idea. So she was in the lunchroom, and I was like, "Hey, how you doing, pretty girl?" I was like, "Oh, little cutie over there, a little tight body and everything like that." And she came in there, and she was like, "How her boyfriend gave her HIV," and I was like, "Oh God!" And that whole situation. Now she's healthy. You know, she's healthy. She's taking her medication, everything like that.
Her
And
count's probably low.
I have no
Her
idea.
vital count is probably low and
got her accounts
undetectable.
back.
I mean, but now you can actually live a healthy life with it. Like the crazy thing is that Chris Rock said this like years ago in his comedy that we were going to be able to live with it at a certain point, and we do. Like people right now, like I know people when I was in rehab who was like they got the whole shot that exposes you to HIV, and bam,
yeah, prep.
yeah, and I was like, wow, you actually took the shot. Well, I guess maybe because if you are doing that particular act, I guess you want to do that. You know, they took the shot. They were like, I get the shot, I get HIV exposed, and next thing you know, I can do whatever I want. I don't think we should tell our community that you can do whatever you want.
You can't do whatever you want because
irresponsible.
it's just a preventive measure. It's not 100%.
No.
And when you get that shot, PEP is for people that are HIV positive or have AIDS to help protect the person they're with. PrEP is for the person that doesn't have it, but you're with somebody, and it worked just like birth control. So when you take birth control,
it decreases your chances.
Well,
and it gives you the symptoms that you're pregnant. So when you take this shot, they're gonna give you the symptoms like you got HIV or AIDS. You might be sick, you might be nauseous, you might go through all of that. So it's a lot.
Well, I'm telling you, our community doesn't need to be exposed to it because the community that's already exposed to it was doing whatever they wanted. They were like, I get this shot. And I was like, okay. I said, well, y'all, that's why I said, we don't need nothing that we don't need nothing that just says, that makes us believe we can do whatever we want. We don't even need that. We don't even need that because we'll lose our mind.
But at least they're protecting themselves.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But they, like you said, you can't just do whatever you want. They were like, I said, okay. I said, well, y'all knock yourselves out, I guess, and be safe. Well, I guess that's the oxymoron saying be safe because they weren't being safe. They were like, whatever. But yeah, the fact that Shawnee had somebody bring the panel out, I didn't know what a panel was. I didn't know you could just have a panel and they just take tests for everything. I just
Yeah, you just go to the doctor. Well, when I get my annual, I'd have it anyway. If I've been active or not, I just do it. It's just run test me for everything because some stuff might not pop up till later.
Like what stuff?
It's a lot of stuff that may go undetected. It may go from you can walk around with gonorrhea and not know it. Especially as a man, you could walk around with herpes simplex 1 and 2 without being symptomatic. There's so many different STDs that could be lying dormant in your body, Michael Shawn, right now. Not you per se.
That's why I'm so. But that's why I'm so happy. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes you like running the streets was fun, but the one thing that's good is when you not running the streets and you out the game is that you realize you don't even have to look at your penis twice. You're like, I'm good. This has been years now. I'm excellent right now. I've done the testing. And I'm good. Those times of people running around and just doing whatever, like you said, there are a lot of things like you said that lie dormant, and even when you watch the Valtrex commercials. The Valtrex commercials, the one thing I realized, like, it suppresses the outbreaks. It doesn't mean you don't have it.
Right.
But it doesn't mean you can't spread it, even though they'll tell you it can only spread during an outbreak. Ain't nobody trying to play those games. And if you do have it, we're not trying to, like, it happens. There are millions, like everybody acts like nobody has it, but yet the last time, I forget what they said the numbers are. There's probably like 5 million people in this country who do.
Yeah, a lot of the numbers are like 1 in 5, 1 in 6 ratio of people who may have it. And again, it's not even something that it means that you're promiscuous. It might be something you may have just an exclusive relationship, and you may be married and still contract an STD because your partner is being unfaithful. So
yeah, that happened to when I was at the doctor the last time. His walls are so thin, and he had a young girl in the other room, and she had tested positive for herpes. And she was telling him, well, my boyfriend said that he hadn't been with anybody, and my OB was like, no, let me sit you down and explain to you how you got this. And because he was trying to get him to come in to get tested too, so he could treat both of them. But the boy wouldn't, and me and the girl ended up walking out of our rooms at the same time. I just felt so bad for her. I'm like,
but the thing with that, and this is why honesty is so crazy, it's so underrated. Okay, when the girl said Usher gave her herpes, remember the big girl came out and said
he exposed her to herpes.
So first she said he gave her herpes, and then she was like, I don't have it. I was exposed to it. Okay, y'all. If we're both having sex with other people, can't nobody prove who exposed who to what? We both have had sex with other people. That's why the honesty part of it is like, you got to be, when you get part of this game, you can't just be pointing fingers if you were doing something because you don't know what they were doing and who they were doing it with.
So when lie dormant in their body, because again, her boyfriend may have been honest with her and said, hey, I did not cheat on you. He may not have cheated. It may have been something that was given to him and he didn't know about it. So that's the weird thing about sexually transmitted diseases that linger.
And then once again with y'all equipment is so intricate that there could be stuff inside that y'all don't even know about, that we, like, nobody knows anything. Like, once you take, one guy always told me, this one old head always told me, once you don't use a condom, you have given all your power away. There's nothing you can complain about. Because
there's some STDs you can get with using condoms.
With a condom,
and you can get bacteria infections because y'all can't go in one hole and then go in another. Because you carrying something from that hole to this other hole, and the new hole is gonna know. You can tell. It's like you've been.
It's kind of like the other hole, like you cheating on me.
You've been doing something.
But the crazy thing is, Dr. Ruth. If a lot of y'all don't know who Dr. Ruth was, she was like the first sexual therapist ever on television, and she was like the late
The
80s.
old lady.
The old lady. And Dr. Ruth
Yes.
was saying crazy stuff, but because she used terminology, she got away with it. And she
Mhm.
always said, this was her go-to. Do not practice anal sex and then go directly into the vagina. Because the vagina is that's not something you should do. And I used to sit there as a kid, like, why am I watching this? I think she was on
Yes,
TBS.
late night. It was like a late night show. Yes.
But the actuality is what she was saying was what Shawnee just said and was absolutely
Mhm.
right. She's like,
Mhm.
you cannot go directly. It was like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You cannot go directly from the.
Mhm.
But that just is,
No, you
It was
can't
the
do
old
that.
lady, but she was the truth.
she was the truth. She was
Mhm.
literally the truth. But when you guys get into this game, and I try and tell you young guys this, and I try and tell every time I talk to these young teenage boys, I go, when you get into this
Dr.
sex
Ruth.
game, when you get into this game, it's a dangerous game that you're playing. And we're not just talking about getting somebody pregnant, which is huge.
Mhm.
Bring a life is huge into on this planet, but there are other things that you are now exposing yourself to, and nobody's going to tell you that when these rappers got the videos out and they just got a bunch of
Right.
bad chicks just around the pool grabbing on you or whatever. It's a
Mhm.
dangerous game. And even when Shawnee, I was joking about bringing the panel out, do you know how much nobody is telling somebody on a Friday night or Tuesday night and y'all done hung out and y'all done drank, asking for a panel? You know, the rolling of the dice that goes on every night. We're just like, we'll see what happens. Dr. Billy said Dr. Ruth was a visionary. She really was.
Yes,
With her
she
little,
was.
he said a little sexy ass. She was not sexy, but
Dr. Ruth
she was
was a
little.
visionary. Yes.
It was, but
Yes.
she taught us to have conversations about it. I mean,
Right.
that's what should have been happening. You know, you should talk about it. I mean, I get the whole. Sometimes you just caught up in the heat of the moment, but
Of course,
you
yeah.
gotta just
But
slow down. Just slow down and be like, because this could be one night that'll change my entire life.
Right.
change your entire life in a whole bunch of ways. And even with these songs with like everybody so explicit, and now I sound like I'm super old. And I'm I'm really listen. I'm gonna say this low. Look, listen. Because my kids are upstairs. Look, I'm nasty. I'm about
You
So you're
sound
like,
like a nasty old man at the liquor store talking.
I ain't kissing
Come here.
dad no more. You know what he did with that
no,
mouth back
I
then?
know, but real talk. Like I'm grown and I'm about that life. But when y'all start exposing people,
Hey, your mom's on. Hey,
oh
hey,
Jesus,
Miss
mom!
Chris.
Hey mom,
Hey, Miss
get off my
Hey, Miss
Instagram.
Chris.
But when y'all start making songs and y'all start making songs about eating the groceries, like y'all don't understand what y'all leading people. Like you really gotta be responsible when you're gonna do something like this.
But remember Dr. Kuda Puff, we used to have him come on and talk about,
Yes.
sexual health. Well, he said that he can actually smell, like when he's doing examinations, he can smell a woman and tell right off before your panel comes back what you actually have, whether it's a bacterial infection, whether it's gonorrhea, chlamydia. He said he can actually smell a woman's, I guess it's the pH that gives off, or the pheromones that you give off when you have a STD. And he said he can almost guarantee you, as soon as you put that gown on and take your underwear off, he's like, I already know what you have.
And Dr.
Wow.
Kuda Puff, and the amazing part about we called him Dr. Kuda Puff because he was a gynecologist.
Yes.
He was super cool. We had no idea what favor we were doing to the community. Like he would really come on and talk about everything that you could catch, things that you should look for, and everything. And we were like, we brought him up because we thought he was a cool dude and he was good. Kathy said, did anybody ever go the little 90-year-old fruitcake lady who talks smack about sex just like Dr. Ruth? I've never seen that 90-year-old woman.
Send it to us.
Yeah, send it to us. DM me and we can see what went on. But we had a gynecologist that was on the show weekly. And it's something that I think should be on other shows instead of talking about every other nonsensical thing. There's one thing that people do have. I don't care if it's gay sex, heterosexual sex, people have sex. Mike, you and I are at that age. We always rolled the dice back in the day. It was blissful ignorance. Yeah, it was. And thank God we're alive. Thank God.
Oh, goodness.
Thank God we're alive. rolling because ain't nothing like rolling the dice and the next afternoon when you're just thinking about it and you're like, wow, I probably shouldn't have done that.
I used to show all my male cousins like all of these graphic pictures that make them not have sex, like have sex. I used to be like, look, this is what's going to happen to because boys are visual creatures. You can't tell them. You got to show them. So I used to show them pictures of like herpes on the penis. I used to show them like a pus and stuff like that oozing out, and they used to be like, ew, that's nasty. I was like, that's what's going to happen if you stick that thing in a little girl's thing. And they just, but
y'all
for a little while.
But y'all even got it kind of like, I shouldn't say worse. Y'all just got a whole lot that goes on. There's a whole lot that goes on. Like y'all could literally get something and then not be able to have kids for the rest of your life.
Right. Right. If left untreated.
If left untreated. And nobody tells boys that. Nobody has these conversations with everybody going like, you do know what is it? Being sterile? Is that the correct terminology? Being sterile? And stuff like that. And you go like, and there was something. And I learned this from, it was Dr. Kudabuff who told me. There was something a guy could have that doesn't affect them at all. What is it? It was something a guy.
So some STDs that don't show symptoms in men range anywhere from a yeast infection to chlamydia. You can have chlamydia and not even.
But it was something else that could make you sterile. There was something else that a guy could pass on. God, what was it? Because the doctor.
Herpes and gonorrhea. If you have gonorrhea and you are not symptomatic, meaning like you're not showing
HPV.
I don't know. Maybe it is. I forget what it was, but I know that a guy can go undetected. Mo actually said Mo went straight scared. Mo went scared.
I did. I used to tell.
She was like, "Hey,
my cousin Ryan, who's on, he knows. I used to show them pictures of nasty bumps on your penis, and they be like, "Oh my god,
look at this eggplant! Look at this eggplant on your eggplant! Look at this! This is amazing."
Don't have sex.
All right, girl, are you ready for allegedly?
I need a break.
You need a break?
What the hell are you talking about? You need a break.
I don't smoke Black and Miles. I need a break.
You need a break for what? Where are you going? Oh, you haven't prepared. Just say admit you haven't prepared.
Oh no, I'm prepared. I just can't get off of. I can't get into. You got me. I got 2 devices, Mike. 2 devices.
What type of devices? All right, that means she's on IG Live. We got to let her off the IG Live. So everybody on IG Live. We're going to let her get off there so she can get her stories. We'll come back in a few minutes. Shout out to everybody. Don't forget to download Media Room 360 TV. Media Room 360 TV. You can watch us and listen to us and then get more of that. And all right. IG Live, we got to go because Mo wasn't prepared because she ain't have her laptop. She wasn't prepared. She wasn't prepared.
Don't do that.
She wasn't
Listen,
prepared.
Jay Black is away. The kids will play. Don't start.
I was being responsible. I had sex talk with y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Don't ever say I wasn't responsible. I had sex talk with 2 grown, attractive women, and I've been 1,000% responsible asking real medical questions. Somebody better give me credit for being responsible.
Real medical questions. That's after you asked us, well, what floats your boat? If I push this button, what it's gonna do?
I was even being responsible with that. I was saying we should have conversations so women can also can be satisfied and be mutually satisfied in an adult sexual relationship.
So that was your community service to the sexual, to our sexual practices.
I could have been tons of immature, and I wasn't. I could have.
He patting himself on the back.
He patting himself on the back. What?
I ain't asked y'all to kiss each other once. I could have.
If we wasn't in these squares,
I would not have.
If we wasn't in these squares, and it was about 10 years ago, he would have said, Monique, kiss Shawnee right there, and just on her bottom lip right there, just like on a friendship, like on her chin.
That was a decade. That was a decade ago. That was a whole.
Like you do it. Let me videotape you doing it.
Challenge.
Kiss Jay Black right here. Kiss him right here.
Right here.
Kiss Jay Black right here. This right there.
Close to the bottom lip. Close to the bottom lip.
It's not even the
Right
same
there.
thing. It's not even the same thing.
Mhm.
That's not even the same thing. First of all,
Why
Jay
is
would
it
have.
pretty for women and not pretty for men?
I don't know. Ask your women.
Ask y'all women. I don't
Yes.
listen. I'm not kissing
y'all,
no woman.
let me
I'm not kissing no woman.
let me tell y'all
But
what
men
y'all.
always want you to kiss women, but
No.
men ain't. Jay Black got nice lips.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Women can literally say, and y'all know what I'm about to say. Y'all can literally say in college, I did this with my girlfriend, and a guy will not hold that against you. Let a guy tell you that he did something with another guy in college, and y'all will look at him like he's crazy, and y'all will say, but women will women will do that in college and have a little. Matter of fact, Megan Thee Stallion.
I ain't do that.
Hold up, I'm not talking about you, Shawnee. I'm talking about in general. Megan Thee Stallion just said she was in a relationship with a girl.
She did say she liked girls against girls.
Now she's in love with a dude. Let a dude say I was in love with Troy, and now I'm with Monica. Y'all would be like,
well, the one little boy that say I'm delivered. He got a girlfriend now.
And he did say that he gets a rise out of women now, and he doesn't. Men don't excite him anymore.
Once again, once y'all bring the church in, I'm out because I've already listen. Y'all some lying asses in that church. Y'all, I ain't gay no more. Okay, homie. All right.
But no, I ain't never did nothing with no woman and don't want to. Nothing against the people that do. That's what floats your boat. Do you? But it just I don't want to do nothing with no woman.
It's a double standard. It's definitely a double standard there. Cause if you told me you kissed Tyrone in the mouth,
I don't know. It's just
I'm not playing. I don't want to play this little this a weak point with me.
Oh, you don't like this? You don't like this, huh?
No, because I'll be a typical guy again because I'll say some typical guy stuff and then I ruin my pat on the back. And I'm not taking my pat from me. I was mature.
Oh, okay.
I'm not taking y'all not get all right. We'll be back in 4 minutes because Mo wasn't prepared. All right, so we'll be back. Everybody in Instagram Live. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Yeah. What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out.
Now, truly, I'm a wife beater, no panties type of chick. Let's
go. If I had a gun, Lunel, I would have just shot it right now. I would have just shot it in the air right now, Lunel. If I had 2 guns, I would be like, boom, boom, boom.
My husband don't care about that lingerie. When we got married, I had bought the little, oh Lord, yes.
Come here, girl.
Wow.
Yes.
Stop playing with me. I'm in your neck right now, Lunel. Come here, girl. I'm in your neck. I'm right by the last L. I'm right by the last L.
Oh my God.
I'm by the last L. No disrespect to the E's. No disrespect to the N. No disrespect to the first L. I'm by the last L right now.
If I had a dime, if I had a dime for everybody who's went to sleep right there. I'd be a very rich.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Your escape from reality. Right here on Free Agent Radio.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out. Give me some of the auditions that you went to and you were like, okay, that we don't know about.
One of the ones that I wanted to be in really, really bad was American Gangster. And American Gangster, there was a role in there. I think T.I. ended up getting it. He was one. Yeah, it was one of Denzel's family members. And I wanted that role because I was like, I want to be in a movie with Denzel Washington because that's like my idol, right? I was like, yo, that's my guy. I like his pedigree. I like everything that he did with his, you know what I'm saying? I kind of like emulate what I feel he has done with his career, where he's always had integrity. He's always like, feel like he just takes his time and does good projects, And so I was like, it'll be an honor to be in a movie with him. I went in there, man. and I put some smoke on that mother. And I knew, you know, I knew I wasn't gonna get it. They said, "How tall are you, Bill?" I said, "Damn."
So asking questions like that.
But what was
because
the
it
problem?
means something. Because it means something.
It means something, yeah.
Because if he's the lead and I'm taller than,
And you're taller than, you gotta be kidding me right now, Bill.
You might as well go get in the truck, bro. That's why I always hate telling my height, because I'm taller than most people think. See, I'm 6'3", you know what I'm saying? So like I'm sneaky tall. Like, you know, you'd be like, well, B might be 6 feet until you stand up next to me like, yo. So if we in a film together and you're the lead and I'm standing there over you,
yeah,
that's not gonna work. But people don't know that stuff.
Damn.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Your escape from reality. Right here on Free Agent Radio.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Tap in.
Tap in, everybody. Just tap in. Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Shawnee Scott, Sexy Mo, Jay Black is on a romantic excursion with his wife, celebrating his 7th anniversary. I don't know why he keeps saying a 7-year itch. They beat the 7. I don't think you're supposed to say 7-year itch. Well, but they're having a good time. They sent photos of their snacks. They sent photos of where they were at. Then they sent photos of a shack full of liquor. And I said, okay, all right, y'all. So I hope they're having a good time. I'm sure Jay Black is watching. He might be watching right now.
That's because Jay Black not used to nice hotels. Lady Q done hooked him up, and now he like, oh, look, they got tissue paper. Jay Black, they got tissue paper in all the hotels.
They got Kleenex in the hotel.
They got Kleenex.
Like, for real, Jay? I wanted to say, Jay, why are you texting us? Y'all,
and it was late. It was late last night. He sent all these damn text messages.
Oh yeah. I got that group text, and I'm laying in the bed with Stacy, and my phone was like bing, 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 bing. And I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about.
What's going on? Yeah.
I gotta show her the phone. I'm like, listen, I don't know what they're bing, 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 bing.
It ain't nobody but Jay Black showing that he ain't never been nowhere. Thank you, Lady Q, for upgrading him.
Shout out to Lady Q, because listen, and Jay Black's defense, Jay Black got bougie. Because when you're by yourself as a guy, I honestly don't care where I stay, except one time when the electricity went out in Texas, and I tried to stay at a Motel 6. And when I got in there, I stayed there for a few minutes, and I felt as if I felt disgusting. But that's just Jay. Jay's gonna be Mr. What's the word? Frugal?
No, Jay Black is beyond frugal.
Yeah, he's cheap. All right, put that allegedly on there with Sexy Mo, so we can get into the Sexy Mo allegedly.
I can't get into your live. I'm off of it. I'm sorry.
No. I don't even have it set up.
Okay.
My battery. Wait a second. My laptop says it's low on battery.
Wait a second. Plug up.
Wait a second. I thought I was plugged up. Wait. Hold up. I thought I was before we even start. And let me see. Make sure. Yeah, I am plugged up. What is going on here? All right. So did we talk about Frankie and Keisha Cole before you get into this? So did we talk about Frankie passing away? Keisha Cole's mom?
We did the other day. Yeah.
Okay. So all right. So we did that. All right. Go ahead, Mo. Let me make sure I'm plugged up. Get to your stories. Oh damn! I'm not plugged up.
No. He sounds like the fussing old man today.
I wasn't plugged up. I thought I was
done
plugged.
Been messing with my cords back here.
Yeah, my cord came unplugged. All right, you get older, all of a sudden your cords ain't plugged. All right, go ahead, girl.
We'll talk about being unplugged. Dr. Dre is going to have to unplug a few things and cut back on a few things because he has been ordered to pay his wife $300,000 a month for the rest of her life. So we've talked about this for quite some time.
Wait, for the rest of her life. How is that possible?
For the rest of her life. As in
300,000, 300,000 a month.
Yes.
Every 30 to 31 days and 28 days in February. 300,000. Action Jackson. Are you listening to this?
Yes.
Woo, Jesus.
Yes.
Damn,
Oh, I
Mr.
forgot.
Married.
Dr. Dre's worth $820 million.
But if you're talking about a guaranteed, as long as I have breath in my body, you got to pay me.
Yeah,
Because
but I
you
mean,
gotta think about it. Alimony, a lot of times, alimony only, it's only lasts for like maybe a few years, maybe 2 to 3 years, and then they cut you off.
As long as she doesn't
Or
remarry.
spousal support, yes.
Yeah, as long as she
But
doesn't remarry.
so for all of that, that didn't say you can't have a boyfriend. It didn't say you can't have a sneaky link. It didn't say you can't have some pool boy come and lay down the pipe. It says you just can't get married and you can get $300K a month.
She can't get married, which means she can't do that whole thing, and he's worth $820 million. Like it's I mean, it's a lot of, God bless her, because I think I might have married Dr. Dre
That's
if I knew I would have got
money.
3. And, but at the same time, now she's gonna be put on his taxes when he pays that. So he's $820 million. Come on, like it's.
And does she's still a part of Beats, right? So she gets royalties on something.
I know he sold that. I'm not sure how much he gets back from that. He sold Dre Beats. He did. He sold that.
Just think about that. She can God bless her.
Don't say that, Kathy. Don't say that.
We all know she's not going. Well,
Well, if it was Suge Knight back in the day, then I would say, you might not live long enough to spend that money. But she is. Listen, she gonna be if she isn't already. Okay, so let's be clear. It's not like she doesn't have a skill set. I believe she was an attorney before.
She's an attorney. Yeah, she's an attorney.
She ain't got no goddamn skill set. If she had a skill set, she wouldn't have been stressing trying to get this money. Y'all can't have it both ways.
No. This is a lifestyle we've been living. I have helped you get there. She handled a lot of the contracts for him.
She did not. She was not there. She was not in the gym. She had nothing to do with NWA. She had nothing to do with Death Row. She literally came after he had Beats by Dre.
She was accustomed to a certain lifestyle.
She came right after Michelle A. No, this was Raggedy Dre.
He's been out here for a long time.
He was never raggedy. Stop.
Yes,
he was not raggedy. He was already a legend. He was already a legend. And this is why
he was not a legend when she got with him. He was on his way, but he wasn't legendary. He was not legendary.
He already produced the album with Snoop Dogg. Stop tripping right now.
But he wasn't icon status.
He
was a super producer.
To us, at that time, he was great, but he wasn't a legend at that time.
He was already.
He wasn't a legend. We did not look at him as no legend.
Yes, we did. He was NWA. Once you create NWA and you produce Snoop Dogg, you're a legend.
No, not in the moment. You're not. In the moment, we're just like enjoying it. Then years later, you become a legend.
He produced The Chronic. Is one of the greatest hip hop albums ever.
Yes, it was. Yes, it is.
No, not now. Wait a second. No,
at the time he was just a super producer. Everybody said, "Oh my God, you got Dre. Ray produced this. He was a super producer. He wasn't an icon then."
Exactly. What did he produce after he got with her?
A whole bunch of stuff.
No, thank you. He produced NWA. He produced all of Death Row and Tupac.
Yes.
Before her. He produced Snoop Dogg before her. He produced Eminem before her.
I don't think he did Eminem and Pac before her because she
was with him for a long time.
She was with him when he was with Michelle A. This is the same chick. Yes.
It's not the same chick because
Miss
LA, he was with Miss LA when he was with NWA. Listen, people, he was iconic before her. She's irrelevant. She's irrelevant. She had nothing to do with producing all these people. Nothing.
She was with him when he was with Michelle.
And that's why
they were married for 24 years.
Her.
Exactly.
This is her.
She was around.
Okay.
Got married.
Kobe's wife was with him the entire time Kobe was Kobe. She had nothing to do with him shooting in the gym.
So they got married 3 years after the Chronic.
3 years after making the greatest album
ever. They got married 3 years after the Chronic. And not he made, together. They were together before then.
He did everything for NWA and the Chronic. At that point, he's one of the greatest producers ever. At that point, ever. He made the credit.
No, he didn't look at him like that.
No, you were first of all, you were 5, so you don't even know. You don't even know. You were 5. When the minute the Chronic came out, he changed everything in hip hop. Everything. Like, stop it, y'all. Stop. She was just a chick who was married to him. Stop.
No, she's the chick that's the attorney that handled most of the legal work for him. No,
24 years of marriage. They were
I don't give
a.
I love Stacey. Stacey ain't wrote one joke.
Okay, but that's you and Stacey. This girl has her law degree.
Stacey been with me since I was 16 years old.
Okay, but that's you and Stacey. This chick is the attorney who has handled most of his contracts.
She made nothing. She made nothing.
She probably helped him get from up under Suge.
It's
That's
the same.
right.
No,
she probably did. She probably did a whole bunch of stuff behind the scenes.
This is the same, and this is why I laugh when y'all get mad when Mary J. Blige has to pay her spouse more than $300,000.
That's different.
Ha!
Different situation.
Ha! Ha!
Different situation.
How's that different situation?
You know, I get touchy about Mary's situation because he was a whole leech. Like the way he did Mary was dogged out.
I know.
He wasn't no damn Dr. Dre. Put it that way.
Exactly.
He wasn't that type of damn producer. You wasn't producing too damn much.
Yes, because Dr. Dre's iconic regardless.
No kids.
Is regardless. He's iconic regardless. Listen, nobody talks about Michael Jordan's ex-wife, and she got like 200 million. She ain't do nothing. It's Mike.
You don't know if she was massaging, balls that had water in it, feet, and all that other kind of shit when he got off the court. You don't know what she was doing.
Stop. All y'all people, and I'm talking about males and females. I'm talking the guys who have been the leech who sit there and go like, well, I was there around. Shut up. The talent was the talent. I love
but didn't you just say, oh, it's nothing. He has billions.
No. You're absolutely right. But my thing is, this thing of, well, I supported you through this. No, you supported me. Just like when we got into it over Gary Owen's wife, you supported me because you knew, or you supported her because of the amazing talent that you didn't have. So you, Miss Lawyer Girl, should have kept being a lawyer and you'd have been fine. But you were like, nope.
What if they agreed to her staying at home, raising the kids, and being his support system when he's off the road or when he comes home? And he said, "Yo, I got you. Don't worry about your career.
But don't worry
about your career.
Let's do he.
What if that was their
okay? Well, let's say
decision?
he decided to just sit with J-Lo and sit home. Let's say he decided to sit home. Don't just say she, because y'all love saying that she.
If that works, now it would be a different situation if Mary told him, "Hey, baby, don't produce no more records. Sit at home.
He managed
I'm
her.
making enough money."
He managed her. He worked for Mary. He managed her.
First of all, did he set her situation up so crazy good that if she never, ever, ever met him, she would still be good?
That's not true. She didn't. Diddy did not set her up good. She had to get the second deal after Uptown Records and get the real deal that she had to get. Why is it different now?
Already in her fame is what I'm saying. She was already a star in her right. It's not like he made her a star.
Dr. Dre had already produced classics.
But he wasn't an icon.
But they weren't classics then. They didn't become. They don't become classics till after time passes.
I have to tell you this, Shawnee. I have to, and don't take this the wrong way. The Chronic is to hip hop what Thriller was. When Thriller came out, we didn't have to wait. We knew Thriller was that album. When Chronic came out, it changed everything in hip hop. Nobody had ever heard
the super producer.
No, he was
the super producer.
Wait a second, but this is what. Let me just answer this, and then I'll let you go, Shawnee. Mo, this is where you're crazy. He rapped on the entire album.
Right.
It wasn't a super producer. He was rapping on it.
But we didn't call him iconic until later on.
Later on.
It didn't become a classic until later on.
I'm not saying that he wasn't popping. You know, we were
Right. He was
everybody
the super
was
producer at the
Guys,
time.
oh,
Everybody
guys.
wanted to work with
He
him.
was not a super producer, Mo, when you were the artist. You can't.
Everybody wanted to work with him, is what I'm saying. During that time, he
Mo,
was considered a super producer. Yes, he was an
Mo
artist.
and Chronic was when he was an artist. He was the first producer to be an artist that killed it. When Chronic came out, it was earth shattering.
Mm-hmm.
When Biggie's first album came out, it didn't take but a month before we knew he was iconic. When Tupac's album came out, it didn't take us. We didn't have to wait 10 years to find out he was iconic. Once these albums dropped, they were iconic. Once they dropped, when Snoop dropped his first album, bam, Gin and Juice, iconic. So don't tell me we had to wait 10 years later. That's not what happened when Chronic dropped.
I'm not saying that it didn't do that for the culture. I'm not saying that it didn't do that for its time. What I'm saying is how we looked at Dr. Dre. Yeah, we looked at him like, oh yeah, like he's dope. But we didn't look at him like he is an iconic figure. We didn't call him an icon until later on.
Yeah, we didn't do the
do that
documentaries
when
on
it
the
dropped.
songs and stuff until some years later. I'm not taking nothing, I'm not saying that he wasn't hot. I'm not saying
it was beyond hot. I just gave y'all the example. When Thriller dropped, it dropped. That was it. It's over. When Beyonce dropped Crazy in Love, it was over. It was over. When Beyonce dropped that, it was done. Finito. She was now on the highest level of levels. We didn't have to wait for him to be iconic. Saying that he was hot is ridiculous. He was beyond hot. He took over the entire hip hop world. Women get mad when a man does the same. I know. No, because that's the immediate part. They say no, but when a guy does the same thing a woman does, they get pissed off. But
that's what killed me with men. Men want to be the man. You want me to treat you like the man, but then when stuff goes sideways, you want to act like the woman in the situation. So make up your mind what you want to be. You want to be the vagina or the balls. I want
y'all to do this, but I want y'all to do the same thing. I want y'all to stop trying to be the balls, and then when y'all need the responsibility as the balls, y'all want to be females again. Y'all want to be. I pay my own bills. I do this. I do that. But I still want you to hold the door open for me. I still want you to. No,
you're confusing independence. You're confusing a woman's independence with just sheer mannerism of a man. Don't do that, because I can be independent and still spend Craig's money. That ain't it.
Yeah, because who gonna pay my bills? I have to pay my bills.
Wait. How does that make sense? I can be independent but still spend Craig's money. No.
Meaning I can still allow you if a man says, yo, I'm taking care of that. It doesn't mean that I'm any less independent because I allow a man to do something for me.
It does.
No, it does not.
Let me tell you something. You either want to be on my level or you're not on my level, which means if you want to be independent, then that means I'm not opening the door for you. We're both independent.
That is petty as hell, Mike.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not, because y'all hold on. Y'all want to do everything a man could do, but want to get treated like a woman. You don't get that.
In some situations, you have to. I have to do everything that a man would do because I am a single mom. I have to. I have to.
Okay.
It's not because I said, "Oh, this is how I want life to be." But if I don't do it, if I don't take care of what needs to be taken care of, where does that leave my children?
Well, that's what you have to do. I'm saying in this business world, y'all can't have it both ways.
Yes, we can.
Because
I am
you can.
You said in business.
Hold up. But then you get married. You say, yes, I can. But then you get mad because you don't. Because that's not reality.
Are you saying in business? I'm saying in this business world.
In this business world, in life, when you're saying you're independent. Now, if we want to do what we normally do, where we do both play our parts. I play the man and you play the woman, and we play our parts, then we're
So
good.
why is the man up here and the woman here?
No,
Like,
no,
why
no,
can't
no.
you say you
No,
play
no,
the
no,
man
no,
and
no,
you play the
no,
woman
no,
and we
no,
play
no, no,
roles?
no, no, no. We both play roles. It's 50-50. If my angles are wrong, my bad. But my thing is, once y'all start saying, well, y'all guys don't want to know if y'all want to be the balls or the vagina. No, y'all the ones who want to be the balls. And then when y'all get the ball rolls and the guy falls back and goes, cool, we can do that. We can do that. We can absolutely do that. But don't ask me to ever do anything based on the fact that you're a woman. Don't ever say ever that you should do this because I'm a woman, because then that takes away from everything of us being equal.
So you leading as a man doesn't remove my independence as a woman.
I don't
It
have
does
to
not.
lead. That's
It
the
does
whole
not
thing.
mean
That's the whole thing, Mo.
because so what does independence mean to you?
No, but my whole
What
thing
does
is
a woman independence mean to you?
It means I'm not obligated to lead because I'm the man. We're equal. You can lead. We're equal. I'm not obligated to lead if we're equal. You can go, you do you. I don't have to walk through the door for when the noise is downstairs. If we're equal, when the noise is down,
no, Mike.
but see, that's where y'all. This is what
Mike,
kills
so
me.
now we're talking about
That's
roles.
when you.
That
When
means that you're talking about roles, not
But that's when you
independence.
pick and choose. You pick and choose. I don't have. I'm no less of a man if I'm not leading anymore because we're equal. I don't have to. We're equal. We're both equal. If that's what you want, then cool. I don't have a problem. But don't say I'm a less of a man because I don't take the first step. I don't have to.
So I'm not telling you that you're any less of a man. What I'm saying is, and bringing it back to full circle to what we were talking about, just because I am independent, meaning that I go out, I'm a go-getter. I ain't going to talk about bills and all those things, but my sense of independence as a woman, knowing who I am, when you come into a relationship with a man, that doesn't mean that, hey, I'm not going to let you lead. Because now we're talking about roles in a relationship. That doesn't mean just because you're playing a role in your relationship, it does not mean that you remove your self-independence.
No,
it does not.
What I'm telling you is that I don't have to lead if we're equal. And you guys are saying, well, you still have to be the man. No, I don't. My man, being a man isn't defined now by me having to do this or that. No, we're a 50-50. That means
that is a role. Then you're talking about roles.
Yes,
that's
I'm talking about roles and independence, even business-wise. I'm talking about if we're going to be equal, you can run the business. I don't have to, right?
So let me ask you this: so in your mind, if we do it the traditional way, then the man is in more control than the woman in the relationship, right?
No, he just has to play the lead if we're going to do traditional relationships.
So in the lead means he's more in control, right?
And you can call it control, or he just has to play the lead.
So he's responsible for more than the woman, right?
Yeah, if you want to do that traditional, yes.
So if he's gonna take on all that responsibility, then when it goes sideways, then it's all the man's fault, right?
It always is.
Because the woman is lesser than.
Yeah.
In that situation that you're talking about.
I'm just going by. I didn't create this traditional situation, but the fact of the matter is that's what it's been. I didn't create it. I didn't create the traditional situation. But if a man fails and he's the leader of the family and he's unemployed and it fails, yes, he has to take the pressure. But if we're going to be equal, then we're cool.
See, I don't even believe in that concept of if a man is leading his household because he should be the head of his household, right? I don't believe in the concept of if he falls, that his mate shouldn't catch him or his mate shouldn't support him and go out and do what she has to do to make sure that their household is running efficiently.
Right,
and so the man gets back to square one for himself. So I don't believe in that concept either.
And I understand it, but you're sitting here proving my point. So now, when we're equal, I'm no longer the lead and I don't have a problem with that.
You losing your job or
No,
losing
forget the
losing the
job.
position of, or no, I'm not talking about you. I'm saying you losing the position of being the breadwinner or being at the, because that's not all that it takes to be the head of the household. Make that very clear. That's not the only thing that's the primary that makes you the head, because you are the person who's taking care of the bills or taking care of this. You still have a role. You're still at the head. We just hit a financial pot in the street, and as your mate, I'm not going to let the family fall because you've hit a pothole.
But
this
Mo,
doesn't mean that you're not gonna move on and pick back up.
But Mo, once again, you're speaking on a traditional household, and I get it. I agree with it. I didn't create it. I agree with it. What I'm saying is that when women say they want to be 100% equal, then that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But understand the responsibility then. We are equal in everything. Y'all can't be equal just when it fits you. It's equal in every single portion of the relationship.
I think
so.
we
Yeah, and when
roles.
you guys say I'm petty, I'm making a simplification. When I say I don't have to open the door for you because you're a woman, I'm making a simplification of it because that's a symbolic gesture that I'm supposed to open the door because I'm the guy. No, we've equal.
All seen Bronx Tale. You open a door for me, and I reach over and open the door for you.
But even with this right now, even with the fact that that's why Dr. Dre, he should have made her keep working. He should have made her keep working.
Maybe his ego didn't allow for it. Maybe he wanted that woman at home, and he wanted to know where his woman was at all times.
Or on the other side, it could have been the woman's decision. Because if you're saying it was Dr. Dre's decision, that means he was the leader and he just overpowered her. Now, if she was an independent woman, maybe she just said, I'm going to chill.
Or maybe it was the greater good for their family. Maybe she felt like, that it wasn't needed for her to go into the workplace.
I don't see Dr. Dre dealing with a woman that's going to tell him, well, I ain't going to work no more. I don't see that.
That's what. Okay.
I don't.
But then on the flip side of that, being an attorney, and not like I'm talking about an attorney to high-powered cases and people in the industry. Being that type of attorney, maybe he didn't want her, and I don't know because we ain't in her marriage. But maybe he didn't want her to have that type of power, because sometimes it's a power thing. Right.
But do you see how y'all assumptions always go?
I just said I'm not in their marriage.
Every assumption is that the woman conceded, even if she's a powerful woman. Every assumption is even y'all saying that the woman bowed down.
Yes, because we do. It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Oh, okay, so then don't get mad when Mary J. Blige didn't bow down. The guy bowed down, and he gets the money at the end.
I just don't like him because he's a slime ball. But
but do you see? Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know.
He's terrible. He's terrible.
Sometimes there are opportunists in situations.
How do you know, as a manager, when he was her manager, how do you know that he didn't get her the endorsements?
He messed up with that Burger King one.
And she got the money. She got the money.
But it hurt her brand.
And she got the money.
What about the KFC one?
She took the $5 million for the commercial. That I didn't say. I'm just saying, y'all. The honest truth is that
he is a grown man. He's older than her.
There we go.
And as a grown man, he should have himself established, not to be living off some woman.
And Dr. Dre's wife, who was a lawyer, was a grown ass woman and should have had her own law firm instead of sitting there trying to milk Dr. Dre and do contracts. That was the easiest contract to make ever.
I am so sure.
She should have been a grown ass woman.
But remember, she's not talking about just 24 years of marriage. She said that Dr. Dre was abusive to her, and that their marriage was.
Hold up. Do y'all see how fast y'all say he should have been a grown ass man?
Yeah.
Do y'all see? First of all, y'all know nothing about being a grown ass man.
Just like y'all know nothing about being a grown ass woman.
Y'all have no. I didn't say anything about being a grown ass woman.
I was just
the first thing y'all women say is he needs to be a grown ass man, and y'all don't even know what that entails.
Well, if it entails living off a woman,
he was working for her. But y'all, the first thing y'all do is go at a man's masculinity. The first thing y'all do is go at a man's. The first thing y'all do is he needs to be a grown ass man. That's the first thing y'all do.
He does
every time, and y'all don't even know what that entails. That's like telling somebody y'all need to be able to drive, but y'all have no driver's license.
So let me say this. I am surprised that she is getting, I knew that she was going to get something, okay? Despite the prenup that he states that they had. I knew she was going to get something. I did not think that she would get $300,000 a month for the rest of her life, because normally there's a cap on that. And the cap is, the rationale for the cap is that, hey, within this 2-year period, you should be able to get on your own feet, or you should be able to go and establish yourself in some type of way. So I'm shocked that the judge, gave it to her for the rest of her life, because that's not normally how it plays out.
Yeah, that was some evidence there.
And so it must have been something that we're not privy to that made the judge sway and say, hey,
300,000
a month. And for the layman person, that's just like you saying, that's just like somebody saying, Mike, you know what? You're going to have to pay your wife $5,000 a month for the rest of her life.
That's basically what it is.
To bring it down.
It's not going to be anything crazy. Like whatever.
That's still a lot of money.
Yeah, but
in the time.
It's all in perspective on how much money you have. He's not even going to miss that money.
But $5,000 a month for you, Mike, if you had to pay $5,000 a month to the average person who is, successful, it would be
more like $2,500 a month that I would have to pay to take care of Stacy and the 3 kids. And I'd be like, yeah, I got it.
The kids are grown. So this is just alimony. This is not child support. This is alimony. Both of their daughter and their son grown. So the judge didn't even factor in the kids. They're factoring in solely on the marriage.
We do realize that the man's damn near a billionaire.
Yeah.
So the money that the equivalent, it should be more like me paying $500 a month. That's what it should be.
Not that low.
No, it really is.
Still, but if you have to pay $1,000 a month for the rest of your life,
Mo, it's really that low. He's damn near a billionaire. It's really going to be that low. He doesn't have a mortgage that's less than $1 million a year. He doesn't even have a mortgage. But my thing, if you flip this whole situation, it, and that was J-Lo, and the dude was getting $300,000 a month, the first thing y'all would do was kill that dude.
I don't think so. Not necessarily so. I look at each case by its own, like the evidence is presented. Much like a judge, every case is not the same. Now, if a man quit his job, take Tabitha, for instance, Wendy was just dragging her for retiring her husband, who is a police officer who took a job for 15 years in a field that he didn't want to take, just so that she could pursue her dream of becoming, an actor and a comedian, or whatnot. He did that for her. So now she's in a place financially where she can take care of the whole family. And she's like, okay, it's okay for you to retire now and go into your dream. Everybody was dragging her for that. I understood that, because as a couple, as a unit, they made the decision together. One of us is going to have to sacrifice somewhere. And so as the man and the head of her household, he said, I'm going to take this sacrifice and you go do you. And then when she got to where she is now, she said, all right, babe, it's my turn. Let's get this in. I got this. Financially, I got us. But it didn't take away from him still being the head of the household.
Yes,
so that's
did.
What I mean by no,
yes, it
did not.
Yes, it did.
She's still,
y'all living in a bad. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Let me be this, and y'all can say whatever. Let me be 100% honest with y'all every time. Whoever's making the money and paying the bills is making the decisions. Y'all can make believe all you want, but at the end of the day, if you're paying the bills. And it's your paycheck that's getting in here, and it's your ass that's going out there to work and bringing a paycheck home. At the end of the day, when the financial decisions happen, whoever's money is making the payments is making the final decision.
But in their situation, he's worked all these years, so he has a retirement check still coming in. He got a potential, so it's not the same. It's not the same.
Whoever, I don't care if you got a
Not the same.
retirement plan, I don't care you got a 401k. If my money is doubling your money, I'm making the final decision, because at the end of the day, whatever we sign for, my name is the one carrying the power on anything we sign for, and I'm going to be responsible for it.
Well, it doesn't
Any
seem
bank,
like
every bank loan that you take, every loan that you get, every investment that you make, they're going to look at your IRS, you're going to look at your social security number and say that person makes 10 million and this person makes 90,000. Very nice money. We don't care about the 90,000, because when that loan doesn't get paid for, we're not coming for you at all.
Yeah, but it seems like he's put everything in place already. Like, they ain't been married just 5 years. They've been together for a minute.
Kevin, here's the trip. No one knows the complete truth of what happened inside Dre's marriage unless they witnessed anything negative or you see it on the video. Too many people here in media is usually one side of the story, or why the marriage failed with no proof. If there's no proof, then okay. I've learned from experience, never take one side of anyone's story when they break up or getting a divorce or divorced. Too many people will trash the other person with no proof of what actually happened to mate. I mean, that goes, I don't think the ladies are doing, I guess we all have an opinion on it, but you're right. We really don't know what happened. And there's a certain point where Dr. Dre may have just said, you know what, just give her this money so I don't have to go to court anymore.
Well, there wasn't any mediation. There was definitely, this was the judge's decision. It wasn't like they said, hey, we're just going to go and we're going to sever this and make this work through a third party mediation. This was definitely a judge ruling. But speaking of judges, Michael Shawn, I told you that R. Kelly judge, he allowed for him to fire his 2 attorneys right before the trial. And, they reporting that he has negative 13 cents in his bank account. Well, the IRS is coming for his catalog. They want $2 million. They say that he owes $2 million in back taxes, and they want it. And so he may have to liquidate some of his catalogs, which at this point, what are they going to be worth? Because a lot of the like the radio stations and things like that, they've kind of blocked his music.
We ain't never seen R. Kelly ever again, y'all. So, the fact that the dude fired
he's trapped in a closet forever, huh?
He's trapped in a cell. He's
trapped in a cell.
What was the lady's name? The comment, because she had a comment.
Sheree, and this is true because I know them.
What's her first name? Because I like that first. What is it? Santricia. I like that first name, Santricia. I like that. There was a short period of time that I was a sole provider and home with the kids, and he never stopped being the head of our house. And hey, I totally agree. But you said there's a short period of time
because that's the role.
I'm saying when you are the sole provider, period, and there are women who are the sole provider, period. And listen, if y'all did that, I cannot argue with that. If he was still the head of the household, God bless. But financially, the person who makes the money is the person who's head financially, because they got to make the decisions. Now, if you had that, God bless. I can't argue that. I can't argue that's your relationship. And that's a wonderful thing. So I honestly can't debate that. And I hope, and I'm glad that worked out for you. But go ahead, Mo.
But again, you said temporary. When if it's something that y'all have agreed upon and that's how y'all want to live your life, hey, more power to you. I just know for me, myself, I could never be in a house where somebody says you can't even wipe your ass unless I buy toilet paper. Like that's just not for me. I feel like a lot of times that's like a control thing.
I was just about to bring this up. Stedman ain't never overstepped his bounds with Oprah.
They're not married. They're not married.
And the reason why, and if it was the opposite way around, once again, if Stedman was the billionaire, y'all'd be giggling and be like, Stedman ain't shit. He gonna have Oprah by his side all these years, and he's not gonna marry her. He ain't shit.
Well, they both announced that they're okay with the parameters of their relationship. They both decided that marriage wasn't for them.
And if Oprah did marry Stedman, y'all know for a fact, Stedman wasn't telling Oprah what to do with a effing dime. ever. And I respect Oprah for it.
So I think that Stedman had an allowance. I think like a certain amount that he would get per month. I read that back in the day that he gets a certain amount. So it's not like Oprah holds it over his head.
She don't? She don't? She don't.
You want the dollar? What you want to do with it? I'm saying,
Wait.
He has an allowance, meaning
wait a second.
He doesn't dangle a dollar and say, "What you want to do for this dollar?"
You just said she gave that Negro an allowance.
Yes.
And you said she didn't dangle? She gave him an allowance. When somebody gives you an allowance, that's automatically dangling.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
I'm just saying
automatically
he didn't have
dangle.
to. He probably didn't have to jump and do tricks for each dollar.
No, he just had to let Gail lay in the bed with her.
You can't sleep in here tonight because it's Gail's night.
Me and Gail watching the movies together. Like, this is an actual fact. In the book, he was like, he got fed up when he would come over and Gail was in the bed and they was watching the movie. Can you imagine if Stedman was in the bed and it was a flip side and Stedman had Billy in the bed and Oprah was like, I can't take this no more. Every time I come home, Stedman's in the bed with Billy. Y'all be like, cause he gay.
Boy.
And the funny thing is, Stedman got money. Like, we're not going, but he just ain't got nowhere, not even close to Gail. How much is Stedman worth? Let's check this out. How much is Stedman worth? Let's see how much Stedman.
Because I'm pretty sure he's worth something. I'm pretty sure that.
I think Stedman. I think he's probably worth. I'm gonna say 10 million. I'm googling now. Let's see how much. What is Stedman's last name?
Graham.
That's a damn shame. I didn't know that man's last name. Stedman. Graham.
Graham.
Oh, Graham. Hold on. Let's look.
Yeah, he's worth 10 million.
Is it 10 million?
Mm-hmm. He's worth 10 million.
He saved up his allowance.
Speaker and businessman who has a net worth of $10 million.
Do you know how that's crazy?
In Whitesboro, New Jersey, in 1951, he earned a master's degree from Hardin Seminary.
Yeah. 10 million. Wow.
He saved up all of that allowance.
He saved up all the allowance that wasn't being dangled over his face. All right. We did good, guys.
Yes.
We didn't even touch our topics. So we got stuff for tomorrow. We got stuff for tomorrow anyway with Dr. Smith.
Dr. Smith is on here, professor at Temple University. Ladies, you did a great job. Thank you for not beating me up too much. Jay Black, you continue doing what you got to do. We'll have you back on Monday.
Jay Black is practicing making babies.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm down to be a godfather, but I don't know, Jay. I think we should chill. Look at me. I said chill. What type of gayness was that? I said I think we should chill. All right, no more babies, but have fun out there. What else did I want to shout out? August 8th, I'm going to be at the Arlington Improv.
Who are we bringing there?
I don't know who we're bringing yet there. I know we will have Rodney Perry in Tyler, Texas, Labor Day weekend, which is going to be absolutely crazy in Tyler, Texas. And hopefully I'll get you guys back down here in Texas. Well, to the left, to the right? Yeah, from the East Coast, just to the
west.
It's to the west. Yeah, go to the west. Hopefully we'll get y'all back to the west. We can get y'all for Labor Day weekend. All right, y'all. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. Understand there's only one thing in life that is guaranteed. It will end. Enjoy every minute, every second. Never let anybody steal your happiness, and never stay in a cheap-ass motel when you can afford a nice 4 or 5 star hotel, Jay Black.
There's Kleenex. They got Kleenex.
They got Kleenex. They got cold and hot water. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where nothing's off limits. Free Agent Radio.